Somebody say something funny, and we'll start the session there.
Okay.
Something
That's
funny.
That's a lot of
Something funny.
pressure.
Okay, I'm gonna count down from 3, and then at the end of 3, somebody's gonna say something funny. 3, 2, 1.
My
Something
education.
funny. Oh.
Perfect. Welcome, one and all, to session number 27. In the last one, our heroes said a fair farewell to 42, now named Dairo, gave 33 the idea to use the Sentinel's eyes as a communication beacon, and began their journey northwards to Pinetown. Once there, they found themselves placed on a pedestal, finally celebrated as the legendary heroes they were destined to be. Afterwards, they befriended a big-boned bear scove named Bacchus, reconnected with the vain yet valiant Valentine Tremu, and were introduced to the awe-inspiring old hero, Aya Krash, the current commander of the rebellion, after the mysterious disappearance of one of the heroes' mothers, Sarah Gold, who founded the rebellion in the first place. Eventually, our heroes realized that the commemorative statue crafted in Sarah's visage and sat in the center of town might not be a statue at all. Instead, they theorized, alongside some evidence provided through a mystic gem, that the statue actually was Sarah, somehow petrified. Their investigations into the dark undertones surrounding the town came to a head when, you know what, let's get this darker. There we go. Their investigations into the dark undertones surrounding the town came to a head when, after a twin Nat 20 stealth and perception roll, the party followed the path of a previous adversary into the cellar beneath the town hall. There they found a laboratory, stocked with textbooks and equipment, and adorned on its sides with cages filled with the undead and corrupted husks of people they once knew, including a young Alanian boy from Johann's past, Andy. And there we meet our heroes once again.
Did Gimbal get a new reactive?
Oh yeah, Gimbal got a new reactive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I should have waited to start on the new reactive. Crazy.
Did you mean to have the mouth open when muted?
No. Gotta
Like you
fix
got it
that real
backwards.
quick. Yeah, I got it backwards. That's on me.
Oh.
No one saw that.
Nobody saw that. Now we're going back
Let me
to
fix
this.
it real quick.
You make him so handsome. What the fuck?
So,
It's always been hot.
so, like I mentioned,
Jacked. Oh my god.
like I mentioned at the end of the last session, Andy has just lunged out at Johann and is now hissing and clawing through the cage as the chain tugs on his neck, and Johann is forced to basically just stare at him. This place is
Bummer. Yes.
yes, this place is dingy but sterile. Like I mentioned last episode, the layout is there is from left to right, standing at the front of the room, there is a bookshelf in the corner next to a desk. On the far wall from the door is a wall-to-wall cage filled with a bunch of zombies, including several that you know. Fighty, one of the dragonkin children that you guys were supposed to find the mother of all the way back in the early sessions, as well as what was her name?
Starts with an N.
Helen.
Yes,
Helen.
as well as
Helen.
as well as Helen Thorne, is also in that cage, and then there's a smaller cage on the right wall in which Andy is chained up. And
Is
which
Helen's angsty daughter in there too?
no, the daughters are not in there.
Hmm.
It is just Helen.
Interesting.
Trying to get in the headspace of this place.
Fuck.
I want to say Thwomp is very, like, emotionally devastated by the sight of this.
I don't think
But you-
I don't think Johann flinched when Andy turned around and it was clear he was infected. I think he just remained squatted the way he was. I remember there being like a cloth that I had removed to make this visible. And you just see him standing there with one hand still on that cloth. Just solemnly staring.
And he puts the cloth down.
And I put the cloth down.
I'm so sorry, Johan.
Okay.
Nothing for you to be sorry about. I will say there is some good and some bad here. Obviously, this is not a good thing to find. But
Oh my God,
the
that's too
fact
bad.
is that they are here. The fact is that they are here. And even though this isn't the first time we've seen Korith working with, well, abominations, she was trying to cure the previous one. I'd wager much the same goes here.
Okay.
The fact that these people are caged, they're here. As long as they don't destroy themselves, they're more or less safe. There's some hope here, maybe.
I guess that's a good way of looking at it.
Do you suppose
trying
there's
not-
anything we can do to help them ourselves?
I'm trying not to give in to it, but I'm not so sure.
Thwomp recalls
Well,
the conversation with the big boned bear mentioning medicine. Do you think that's what he was referring to? This medicine?
Perhaps for
sickness.
these, maybe. Given that Bacchus and Korth were both at one point a member of the Black Sun, it would make sense to me that perhaps she would let that slip to him.
My
or if
question
we're just
is,
like,
so I was gonna say, my question is, what do we do now?
Well, I say we take a look at that, the bookshelf there, verify
Yeah.
what we're working with, whether or not this is something created or found and trying to fix.
let's not stay here for too long, though.
Yeah.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, she could come back at any time.
I'm not so worried about Koreth.
Me neither.
More worried
No.
Matter
about
of
this.
fact, I would like to ask her questions.
Contagious.
Would this be contagious?
I
Is
hope
the-
not.
Let's not find out.
We shouldn't stay for too long.
DM, what groaning was that coming from? Who was groaning?
That was from the cage.
Just the general cage.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let's.
Let's talk to Koreth first. I don't think we should be down here for very long.
No. I just want to glance.
Yeah.
Roll me either perception or investigation.
Let's see here.
For the audience at home, I would give 2 different responses for whether they did perception or investigation.
Well, my investigation is much better, so I will go with that.
Okay.
Investigation. Ooh, 18 plus 4, 22.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Mm.
Just quickly glancing over at the bookshelves, you recognize a name handwritten on the leather spine of one of the books. Sebastian Malgrave, who you would recognize as the former cleric apothecary who had accidentally transformed himself into a dragon.
Also, Chorus mentor.
Also,
Yes.
also
But his mentor, yeah.
either Korath's mentor or the person she was working alongside. Yes, and
Oh,
who
yeah.
you
One
guys
of those.
split in half with a bookshelf.
How
Sounds
ironic.
pretty cool.
Oops.
And of which Gimbal and Johan are carrying bone fragments of.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
have
that's
one left.
literally what my sword is made of.
Yeah, you all have. I left the dead alone, personally.
I think the blades on my chain might be made of that. Those
Exactly.
bones.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
what I'm referring to.
We really stripped this guy.
Yep.
we didn't have much resources, you know.
I've almost run out. I've been using him as ammunition.
Just completely desecrating the corpse.
Like caramba.
He already did that.
Hey, true. He did it. He brought it on himself.
Well then.
Is Johan gonna nick that book, or is Johan gonna leave it be?
Yes, I will. Why not?
All right.
Alongside that book, Johan, you would also recognize the handwriting on the spine is the same handwriting as a book that is laid open on the table beside. It looks like Korath was searching through and trying to experiment, and it looks like Korath has written her own notes in. Specifically, you know what? You got a 24, so I'm just going to tell you the story. No use withholding things. You read the backstory betwixt Korath and Sebastian Malgrave. Malgrave was a apothecary working directly for the king, King Elias, and was researching Elias's ailment. Unfortunately, he didn't figure out much, but he did come across another patient, a person that appeared to have been zombified, sort of dissolving as they're still living, and that person was Korath. He worked out a cure for Korath by, in his words, by combining ambrosia liquid with the supposed blood of Sylvana that I had quested from the tribesmen in the north. I was able to free Korath of the festering completely, showing no signs of further infection, which gives me joy for curing the king as well as curing all those affected. It also goes on to mention how he was so confident and emboldened by his success that he went on to test the elixir on himself. And then the rest of the notebook details his transformation.
We found in his study there was that open bottle of dried blue liquid.
Yes.
Did we hold on to that?
I have no
I think
idea.
we took a sample, but that was ages ago. We probably don't still
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
But it was the same thing, so that means that the potion of resurrection is the cure?
Possibly? with those, should we continue this conversation outside this place?
Yeah, we should. I don't
Yeah.
want to keep breathing this in.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
leave these books here.
One of the zombies just spits on you.
Yo! Bad zombie. I'm sorry, Helen. Oh, man.
You
Oh,
were better
jeez.
than most. It was a game we used to play. We used to spit on each other while you guys were asleep.
What?
Ew.
Boy Boy needs to stay wet.
I have water.
Come on, guys.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. There you go.
You guys step out, close the thing behind you. There aren't many people around. The sun is just past the midpoint in the horizon, so you're probably looking at like 1 or 2 p.m.
Okay.
And luckily for you guys, Korath is nowhere to be seen. You're sort of still hidden back here. Your role from last time is not carrying over. You just happen to be hidden because nobody happens to be back here.
Oh, good.
Okay.
All right. Good to know.
It's an aggressive bird in the background.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's a very aggressive bird, yeah.
I thought that was metal clanging.
The bird is clanging metal.
Oh my god.
Ah!
I was gonna say.
Oh,
Nix is,
Ah,
Nix,
hi.
is, Nix is just like F off birds. Heckin' crows.
Get out of here. Oh my. What was that?
Don't worry about it.
May is using the soundboard feature on Discord, which the DM who is recording does not have activated, so I can't actually hear anything that May is doing, and therefore neither can you guys as the audience.
Exactly. It's just for everyone else.
It's just for everyone else, and is definitely not going to be disruptive to the game whatsoever.
It's actually incredibly quiet. I don't know if anyone can even hear it.
I can't. I
I
was
can hear
like
it.
listening.
I
I'm
did
like,
not
did you
either.
record Brady's voice and attach a JPEG to his? Imagine just May doing like impressions of all of us and attaching them to those JPEGs that are flashing.
That would be
on the screen.
awesome. You should.
Maybe
do
I
that.
should.
It'd be kind of funny.
Just saying everyone's name. Johan.
There you go.
Go on.
Like Pokemon or something, or is
Gimbal.
there other names?
Yeah, we're like Pokemon. Yeah.
Johan.
Oh man. Now that's going to become a soundbite. Anyways,
Oh god.
Weniers.
Thwomp is rubbing his bald temples, and
I
He has
thought
a
you said
thought.
rubbing your balls.
no,
No.
he doesn't do that in front of his party members.
He does it when he's standing in the back.
He does it when he's doing his morning routine, when he's shaving his face or whatever, his head or whatever he does. Like
He
Gimbal
shaves
says
all
he
over.
does. Yeah, I'm like a Olympic swimmer.
Okay, sorry about that.
Thwomp is a big fan of Brazilians.
My filter was entirely off. I'm sorry.
Thwomp thinks, and he turns to Poi Poi and says, "Do you suppose if this guy transformed into that dragon because he took this elixir, would any of that residue seep into the bone fragments that you have on your person?"
Probably. I just have a bone fragment, but also I don't know if we really want that elixir.
True, but at least it
But-
could be analyzed and possibly
but-
studied.
I pull out the bottle of the potion of resurrection.
Oh,
We have the completed formula right here. At least I think completed. It worked on Gimbal.
Yeah, but I don't know. Did I have the same thing going on as the zombies?
I think you did, but maybe it was an earlier stage. But this could be a good starting point.
That's true.
maybe we should get that to Korath, and maybe they could like synthesize it
probably-
or produce more of it.
Should.
An
Also, I wanna
alchemist on the
ask,
team would be.
does this mean that King Dawnbright is corrupted?
I mean, he has been. I mean, he was acting pretty freaking weird.
Just being an a-hole. I'm not entirely sure what his ailment is. We know that. What do we know about it?
Well, that notebook seemed to imply it was maybe this same thing. Something similar.
So this is just some sort of blight.
I'm not convinced this isn't connected to the whole Heart of Darkness issue. It would make sense to me. Everyone we've seen who's interacted with it has had something weird going on with them, except me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
don't say that
you-
too loud. Don't say that too loud now.
And maybe it just developed an immunity.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe it gave you some like anti-vax stuff.
Not anti-vax. It's more
I mean,
like
vaccine.
exactly
Yeah, I'm sorry.
vax.
I'm sorry.
As you
I'm
guys
still
are
reeling from what we
discussing-
saw. What the fuck?
Guys?
As you guys are discussing, you
was that?
hear several loud booms coming from within the town hall.
Uh-oh.
Oh God. Well,
That's oh my god. Okay.
Let's head in.
yeah, let's go over there. Let's rush
That's
over
where the
there.
map
And
is, right?
suddenly, you guys from across from the other side of the building, you hear doors slinging and clanging, as well as several people screaming.
Uh-oh.
Sally forth. Let's get over there.
We're always like 3 steps away from the shit going down.
I think
Always,
we
it's
just
crazy.
attract chaos.
It's funny how
It's
that
crazy.
happens.
Attract chaos.
Unless there's just shit going down everywhere, and you guys just happen to be by some of it.
True.
Like about 10% of the stuff I have planned.
Hey, shut up.
So,
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh,
you guys
great.
run over to the other side of the hall, and I assume burst open the doors, where you see Aya standing over one of her own guards and ripping their head off before the two guards, or before the two parts of the guard falls onto the floor. And she's just like... And you see there is destruction. Quite a bit of it, actually. There is... it looks to be that somebody or something walked in here with an explosive device that did indeed go off, killing about 3 or 4 people and resulting in Aya having to kill a couple others.
So, Aya is this is a defensive maneuver, right?
Aya-
She's not like doing evil shit right now.
Aya is stood bloodied in like this crimson, red, and purple. Hey, y'all seen Korath?
She knows his list.
No.
A bit ago, but quick question. Pardon the motherfuck?
What happened
What
here?
is going on here?
Well, undead happened. We didn't realize they'd already get in here. And,
Who?
one of them had a bomb on him.
Who? Who got in here?
Undead? Like infiltrators?
Yep. I've heard tell of them from the outskirts and parties we sent out, but I haven't actually seen any of them myself, especially not this far into our territory. Which just sort of goes to show that, the time frame for trying to beat all this is getting a lot quicker than I'd like it to.
Before the life fully leaves from that guard's eyes, can I see that sort of familiar eye glow that we saw on
Yes.
the Patchworks guy? Yeah?
Yes, it is that same.
Okay.
I think the color was purple.
Purple.
Mm,
Damn it, that's my favorite color.
mine too. Womp hands Aya a rag to clean her blood.
Thank you.
Their blood.
She's like wipes it off of her face. As Koreth steps into the door. Shit! I heard that something was going on, but I didn't know it was this bad. Shit!
Hey, Coreth.
And Koreth immediately
After
shoves
seeing you
past
here,
shoves past you guys, completely ignoring
You
you,
okay?
and goes up to Aya.
Okay.
It goes up to Aya, and she's just like, okay, you need to go and take a shower. I'm fine. I didn't let any of it touch my lips or anything. That doesn't matter. It's on your skin. We don't want to risk infection. Please go. We can't risk you too. And Aya and Koreth sort of
I'm gonna go with you
Aya.
for rehydration and nothing else.
Koreth shoves Aya into like this back room that's sort of a shower area. It looks sort of haphazardly thrown together as like a shower area, and just turns on the water. Aya getting drenched now.
I'm doing the same since one of those zombies spit on me downstairs.
Good thinking. You have a reason to be there.
Yep.
And
Good thing I
Thwomp just
need
relinquishes
moisture.
the rag. He doesn't need it back.
Oh, you guys are here.
Just
Yeah.
noticed.
What's going on?
A lot. Well, we don't want. Well, I guess we didn't want anybody else to know because we didn't want anybody else to panic. But
and we're not the type 2 panic.
Panic. We've seen worse, I think.
did I already tell you about the person claiming to be Ionar Grimm up north?
We've heard of them.
Yeah, I don't know if you are the one who told us, but we are aware of this person.
Well, regardless, they appear to have the ability that I'm calling ability of the pestilence, but everybody else seems to have been calling it the ability of the festering, including Sebastian. But regardless, it's the same thing. They appear to have the ability to corrupt people and turn them into whatever this is, including, she like pulls out a glove on her hand, snaps it, and lifts up the head. These. We don't know how they can exist like this. They're sort of in our... So the way that these things work and the way that they worked before, I spotted a couple of them up in Northwatch as I was escaping from there. It seems like they are programmed to believe that they are the people that they took over, or that they are the people whose bodies they belong to. It's basically they think that they're themselves until something sets them off and they turn into whatever this is. If you listen closely, they say stuff about Einar Grimm. And she tosses it and takes off her glove and tosses it in a nearby trash can.
Do you have any idea of what maybe triggers this change? Like, what's that thing? What's that thing from Magirian Candidate? What's that called? Sleeper agent?
Yes. I have no idea. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Probably just some sort of telepathic command. Hi, I'm back and I'm wet.
Well, welcome back.
So you're in your normal state.
Yeah.
And there's no way to tell before they change that they've been infected.
There is. You can see it in their eyes. So a lot of the infected have coverings over their face, and you can also see it in their blood. So far we've been
And that
relegating.
explains why the ground's purple.
Yeah.
We've been
Okay,
relegating
got it.
to testing people at our checkpoints.
Got it. All right, show us your blood, and I pull out my dagger.
I wonder how my blood would look like.
I'm not
I'm also
infected.
curious now.
I don't know. Well, now you got me paranoid.
If I was infected, you would already see signs of it.
I point over at
If-
the shower. I'm just like, is she gonna be all right?
Hopefully.
I have
She
a question.
mentioned something about it getting in her mouth. Is that how it transmits?
It's through contact with the blood or saliva. So if you get bitten by one of those, then
You're fucked.
you're fucked.
Good to know. So I'm gonna keep my mouth covered.
Yeah.
Wear a little face mask.
Yeah, Poi puts on the face mask.
I don't need a little face mask. I got a
Yeah,
big mask,
Yes.
you got a cool
and it's cute. I got a
head
cute
I'll
mask.
walker mask.
I'll just have my bandana just over my nose and mouth.
All we know is that they're highly, highly infectious. And typically they... Once they turn, they lose all semblance of who they were and just repeat the same Einar Grimm phrase over and over and over and over and over again. But occasionally I have heard tell and I have met one who regained the ability of speech, which is... yeah. As far as I know, they're probably the best bet into getting a cure.
Which is who?
Yeah, where are they now?
We've set up a laboratory in order to keep the infected and everything else away from the average citizens. But apparently, well, now that this has happened, I wouldn't be surprised if news of the festering becomes widespread.
The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah. Which
I look over at
is...
Poi as if to ask if we should let our cat out of the bag.
Nix is there. I pet Nix if they allow it.
Nix allows it, but only because they're confused.
Awesome.
We love a flabbergasted cat.
Flabbercats. Yeah.
My main concern
flabbergasted.
now is that if we had sleepers, is what I'm going to start calling them, if we had sleepers in places as high as the commanding ranks in our army, who knows how many else or who else could also be a sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's distressing.
All the times I deal with the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can I do a quick insight check on
On Korth.
Kodeth? Just to see if they're in general on the up and up.
Roll for it.
It's a 12.
Do you have a pity point?
I do. I don't want to spend a pity point.
Okay, then don't spend a
I
pity
want to
point.
gain. I want to gain a pity point.
Then gain a pity point. Congratulations. You can't really discern. You get the sense that maybe she is talking about it, but, or maybe she is being honest, but you also get a distinct sense that she's not telling you everything.
Well, that just seems like her
Level of
general
vagaries.
character.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this is Korath.
that sounds about right.
Korath is an
Yeah.
unreliable narrator.
She's
Yeah.
That's her
We
whole
saw
deal.
your basement.
okay. Out of the bag with that then.
What?
Yeah.
We saw your basement because you were being shady, and there's some shady shit going on.
Listen.
And we wanted to know what was going on. Slim
I-
Shady, who's the real Slim Shady?
We
Swamp raises
I'm
his
sorry, I'm
hand and
panicked.
says, Swamp
we
raises his
thought
hand and
something
like,
else
look,
would be down there. We didn't know it belonged to you.
I don't know why I'm sensitive to this. Maybe it's because of all the nightmares I am constantly plagued with, but I felt a genuine evil down below us, and I felt we had to check it out.
And I felt the same.
Oh, good. So
For what's worth, yes, I believe you are. You're doing the best that you can.
she takes a step back away from you guys. So you're saying that you were able to sense them down there?
I was, and points at Johan. He was as well, but nobody else in our group felt it.
And she steps back again. Okay. That's concerning.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on this right now.
Okay.
I want to know why
like to
she's
as well.
judging me. I think I know why she's judging Johan. And I think I know why she's judging me too, but I'm not 100% sure on the details.
They
I'm gonna
kind of
roll-
had.
I'd like to roll an insight on something else entirely.
Okay. Well, tell me.
More of a.
We
yeah.
will explore Thwomp's option first, and then I'll let you roll.
Okay.
Okay.
How does the tune of a nat 20 sound?
Jesus Christ.
Are you serious?
God damn it.
Well, yes,
Okay.
I am.
I'm so jealous.
Well,
I am too. I wish I had
amazing.
I wish I could get insight now,
Well-
but I don't have any space for it.
How many abilities do you have? Because you guys should have.
Do we
7.
unlock
one,
another one?
one.
I have 7. Can I
Yeah, I
actually?
have 7.
Can I replace it retroactively, or do I have to call it out first? I think I have to call it out first, right?
You can
With the
technically
nat 20, you can just-
swap. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of woodworking.
That is fair. That is fair. Damn. Okay, so now you've got a +2 in insight.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Shoot, you were rolling insight to.
To see why she's backing away from me.
Okay. So you get the impression that she's not very familiar with anybody being able to perceive the undead. Although, if you rolled a goddamn, you rolled not 20. Okay, I have to give you more than I wanted to. She's never. You get the impression that she's never heard of anybody before being able to sense the undead. Additionally, the undead that you've encountered thus far appear to, and from her descriptions, once they turn, they are all saying the same phrase or phrases about Einar Grimm, is sort of indicative of a hive mind, implying that the people who would potentially be aware or be able to sense the zombies down below are themselves infected.
What I thought.
Oh.
Johan?
That was just my reaction to that. I don't know.
What was your role going to be?
Oh! I hadn't rolled yet, but I was going to try to insight, ask, intuition, I don't know. I never figured it out last time we ran into her. Does she recognize me?
Roll.
That's a good.
Can I actually also roll insight on that, or is that jumping in?
That's jumping in a little bit. Let's let
I
Brady do
really
it.
want you to roll high right now.
I do too. 19! Flat 19!
Okay, okay. When you first met her, she and when she saw you guys now, she had a flicker of recognition, like you saw an expression like as if she saw you and she knew who you were. But then that expression was like her eyes were, we'll say, clouded over, and the recognition disappeared from her face.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
That's some powerful stuff concerning her. She is.
The fact that
So
she's
this-
affected by it. God damn.
The sort
What
of-
happened to me?
the sort of spell that can only be cast by the greatest magic user of an era.
Not protecting my ass then. If that's the implication.
Honestly, it's possible.
That makes sense.
Protecting.
Nash is just Dr. Manhattan right now, just freaking living
Apparently.
on Mars. Just does whatever she wants.
Probably.
I know that either Dorian or Nash had to have done something. I was like, this is fucking weird.
Well, I would
I'm not
imagine
gonna-
Dorian probably did it to protect Johan.
Yeah. It's like it's one of the two of them for sure.
Probably both, considering their
Probably.
relationship.
Probably.
Yeah.
We say
Okay.
this all telepathically.
Sorry about that. That was just
Yeah, this is all happening.
something that really bothered me.
Well,
Now
Thwomp,
back-
knowing what he knows now,
back to the scene.
He was a little tense, but now he's loosened up. He doesn't even want to ask why she's backing up anymore. But he will say, "Are you okay?"
I'm fine. I will be fine.
Maybe Thwomp will actually be like, "Look, I understand where you're coming from, but I can speak for myself and everybody else. We have not come in contact with any of this blight that you speak of."
I can also say I've seen their blood plenty of times.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Roll persuasion. Evan and May.
Oh, individually, can I just give Evan advantage?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yes, you can. But then you fail. But yeah, just roll individually, because you guys both...
Wait, what?
Just
Okay.
roll individually. I'll take the higher of the two.
Can I barter with you? Can I ask Poi Poi for their knife?
What? Oh, you don't
Ooh.
want to use this? No, I can't hand you the knife. It'll eat your.
Well,
eat your
okay,
soul.
okay, well, it's true. I don't even know if I have a soul, to be frank.
Say your name was Thwomp.
Oh, I don't have a okay, fine. I'll take one of my shurikens off my chest. I hold up my hand in the shuriken. Can I nick myself in front of her?
You absolutely can.
I do that, and I show her my blood.
The first couple drops are confusing. Namely, because they come out black.
What?
And then it turns and you've just got red blood as well.
Black.
Thwomp's heart stops for like 2 seconds and then it turns red and he's like, oh, thank God. This was about to backfire really bad.
And now Korath is like, okay.
I'm looking down at Myra, I'm like, do I dare?
So you were just able to sense but you're not infected.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would like answers to these questions myself, but
So did those persuasion? No persuasion checks.
No persuasion check. You guys.
Thank God.
You got success. Did you roll a nat 1?
You rolled
I did.
didn't you?
But it didn't happen.
It didn't happen because you guys used an action to avoid the check. Congratulations. Which you can always do that.
Yes.
We can stab Johan too.
You can always stab Johan.
That's true.
That is always an action
I'm
you can
debating doing
take.
it just too, because I want to know why was it black for a second? Am I like that?
It was just the first
I'm like,
couple
Johan,
drops.
do you want to try it too? And I start raising my shuriken above my head. As if I was going to throw it at him.
Raise up my purple ass hand.
And then
Can I throw
Korath
it at
is
his
already
hand in the
like,
pool?
wait, that's purple?
Wait, are you throwing it at his hand?
Why don't you?
No, I'm waiting for somebody to stop me because it was a joke.
Oh, okay. Before Thwomp throws it, Poi Poi will just salamander crawl up Johan and just prick your finger with the tip of an arrow.
Oh, there you go.
Probably better that way.
It comes out the first, we'll say, little bit of ooze that comes out is black, and then it turns red.
Oh.
Well, that's not concerning at all.
Well, I guess we're one of a kind, Johan. What can I say?
Poi Poi salamander crawls over to Gimbal and then pricks Gimbal and their own finger, just to check.
It comes out black at first, and then turns red.
What?
I know why. I know why it's happening.
Oh.
What do you mean you know?
Yeah,
it's
because we
our-
were
I didn't say
resurrected
I
by
know,
the
I said,
god of.
oh.
I just turned. Oh, you turned. I turned everybody. I'm like, hey, maybe it's doing that because we were resurrected by the god of death. Maybe I don't know.
We were resurrected by the god of death. That did happen.
We also. Yes.
We've gotten to a lot of chicanery, time travel, and all that fun.
We have. It's probably fucked with our genetics a little bit.
Probably.
Maybe a little bit.
Wait, so the gods are real?
Well, yeah,
They're
none of
very
them.
real. I
Well, we
point.
meant to.
I point at the cat in the room.
Going right here.
Surprise tail.
Oops.
Oh, cool.
Just
My
being very
alarm goes
open
off.
about it.
I just thought it was funny.
Korath is just like,
It is funny. No, yeah.
Korath is just like, okay. Clearly she doesn't
Long
believe you.
story.
You don't believe us? Hey, how about you look away from the cat for like a second and you turn back?
She
Trust
does
me.
that, and then she turns back, and Nyx is still a cat.
I look at
Motherfucker.
Nyx.
What a
I'm like,
bastard.
Nyx,
Next. What the fuck?
you are the trickster god after
That's so
all.
crazy.
God damn it. This
All
is
right.
in character, and I hate it.
Okay, so
Well,
actually, since
that's beside the point anyway.
since
Main point,
you're
we're not purple.
since you're not infected, but you still have the ability to sense them, do you think that you could perhaps see and if you can find, or see if there are any others?
I see where you're getting with this. We would be happy to help you, quite frankly.
Certainly try.
Okay.
We've had odd premonitions in the past, but it's hard to trigger them on purpose, you know.
Is there anybody in particular you want us to look at first?
Well, there are two people here that have directly encountered Einar Grimm and survived. That is... I know where one of them is. Her name is Banendrak. And she's the librarian.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is a prick. I didn't really care to learn his name.
Cool. All right, you know where his whereabouts are at the very least.
I'm expecting a porcupine's cove.
You could probably ask Valentine because he is a soldier under his platoon.
I'm gonna salamander crawl up to Johan's ear. Should we tell her about the blue stuff?
Probably.
Okay. I don't know. I'm nervous. Alright, pull out your moss, guy. We know you've been working on a cure, and we know that your old lab partner got pretty close. And we have something, I think, sort of adjacent to his work that we have seen work on early stages of this, I believe, the same infection. As I pull out the potion of resurrection.
That's... Wait. She pulls out her little notebook. Where did you get that?
I also have this, which maybe...
I think, where did we get this?
Yeah,
It's probably from
That's it!
Patchwork, right?
And she quickly runs over and snatches the vial out of Johann. This is the ambrosia liquid that I've been looking for. Oh,
Ambrosia, perfect.
Both of you guys had 2 of them. So all I need now is...
Did we?
Yes. So Johann had one that he accidentally made.
You're right. The moss.
Because, he fermented the moss that turned into the liquid.
I'll produce that jar and also mention that I also made another one.
So we have 3?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is it. This is... Okay. Okay, so this is the first...
Good.
This was the first part to Sebastian's cure. He called
the second part then.
Yeah, he called it either ambrosia liquid or blood of Sylvana, and this is one of the 2. I think it's the ambrosia liquid, but I'm not quite sure. All I know is that the moss is also edible, and that it's apparently tastes really sweet like ambrosia. So that's what I'm assuming. But it could be... It could honestly be either one. But it's...
Well,
this...
Do you have any descriptions?
All I know is that it is ambrosia liquid, blood of Sylvana, and a part of the and a sample of the festering was what cured Sebastian's other patient, and that he then tried to use that same sample on himself, which you saw what happened to him.
Right. So only on the infected then.
Yeah. This cure appears to work on his the patient that he cured was a scove. So perhaps this version of the cure only works on scoves, or maybe scoves are the cure, or are the key to finding a broader cure.
Blood to find the universal one.
That's what I've been experimenting with right now. The fact that you gave me this.
Cured?
Yeah. What about Gimbal?
Yes, Gimbal got cured by that.
Gimbal got
in early stages. Gimbal got in. It's a long story. We went back in time. We fought the Pale King. Pale King infected us, and Gimbal got really infected, but it was still the early stages, and we used that potion to cure Gimbal. So take Gimbal's blood.
So if somebody's in the early stages, or if they haven't turned yet, the ambrosia liquid or the blood of Sylvana itself works as a cure, is what you're saying.
Possibly.
Or
assuming we're working with the same thing.
Or I just look at Gimbal.
Yeah, what's up?
Silly thought. That's ambrosia.
Sylvaris.
Blood of Sylvana.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
If those
What?
root words are the root words that I'm thinking of.
If they're to be taken literally.
I'm slow. Help.
Yeah, Thwomp's looking at
Blood
Gimbal.
of Sylvana, like Sylvari, like
Oh. You know,
you were able to be cured with just the ambrosia because you already got blood of Sylvana in you.
maybe
Probably.
that's how it works.
Maybe.
Is it a thing about blood of Sylvari? I was going off the assumption that it was that the blood of Sylvana was referring to the god Sylvana, in which case I was trying to figure out, okay, what could this actually mean, because the gods don't actually exist.
Well, they do. They do.
Well, the gods
we
do
found
exist.
out
They
they
very much do.
definitely exist.
They
Okay.
definitely do exist.
Okay, either way,
And this one's related
That holy
to
blood.
a very
Yeah.
high priest in Sylvari, which most likely follows that god, if not being
So-
directly related in some way.
Gimbal Battle
So
Bottom.
holy
yeah,
blood
I know.
from Sylvari, blood of Sylvana. There you go.
That's,
What'd you say?
That's,
No,
Gimbal's
it's-
gonna make you a star.
that's
Corinth said something. That's why I'm just.
That's ridiculous, but honestly, at this point, I'll try anything. Excuse me, Gimbal, may I please have a sample of your blood?
Yes. He just rolls
And
his gloves
Uh,
off. It's just his sleeves. He doesn't really have sleeves.
Gimbal flexes his muscle.
Ooh.
yeah, she doesn't. She's like, just. I will be right back. Or actually, could you visit by the entrance to the lab is. Oh, you guys said that you went there, so just visit me by the entrance of the lab.
We knew where to go.
In about an hour.
About an
And-
hour?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
have some sterile needles and everything there so that I can make sure that your blood is there, and then I can also explore this liquid and try to figure out what it is and if there's any sources of it nearby.
Well, where did we get the moss?
It's not nearby, but I found it in the sewers underneath Dawnspire.
That's
A
the only place
very
I've seen it
annoying
growing
place.
so far.
Yeah.
Maybe it grows in like damp environments. I
Maybe.
mean, is there another damp environment?
I wish I had
Another
I
sewer?
wish I had kept a live sample of it. Maybe we could have cultivated it.
If we're fast
we
enough, we
didn't know
might
what
be
they
able to.
It is behind enemy lines now.
Yeah, I don't think it would take far too long to travel back there and come back.
Yeah.
I feel like I probably asked this before, but I wouldn't happen to be able to add the the teleport spell to my repertoire, would I? From the amount of times I used the black.
Say that again.
I'm also I have some runes of greater transport on me.
Oh, Oh, you have greater transport runes?
I have runes. I don't have a working spell.
We should probably work on that.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, because we copied the runes and then we gave it to you because I already have
We
like
wanted-
a mobility spell.
We wanted me to learn it, but
You should learn it, I think.
I have no idea how to fucking read these.
We have the Heart of the Lake.
Right. We do have that.
Which we should grab. I'm assuming it's not in
I-
active use right now.
Guys,
Yeah.
Before
What?
we forget, the map. Can we look at the map?
Yeah, we can look at the map.
Yeah. No.
It's gonna bother me if we
Okay.
don't.
We can look
Okay,
at the map.
Gimbal, we'll look at the map.
We'll look at the map, Gimbal.
Hopefully it's not been
Okay.
destroyed.
In the meantime, Korath, after we're done looking at the map, we'll head over to the library
gone?
for you.
Okay. Good. Thank you. And then in an hour or whenever you get around, you can come back down to me. And then if you do uncover anybody, you can
Yes. What would you
also
like us to do about that?
Well, we can try just using the blue liquid on it if indeed early stages of infection means that the person can still be cured by just the blue liquid alone. Otherwise, we would very much, or I, personally, I don't know if I would respond to this very well, but I would very much appreciate it if you would either attempt to capture them, or if that's not possible, eradicate them in a way that is non-intrusive. Even though the cat's sort of out of the bag right now, we don't want people to be looking to their neighbors and acting as if they're, gonna turn on them at any second. And Aya steps out of the shower. What I'm thinking we do is we just tell them that they were spires implanted by Altiria and the Black Sun. That way we can illuminate all of this zombie nonsense, because I really don't want people worrying about the festering when we've got a war and a whole move to worry about too.
People are panicky, I understand.
Yep. Koreth, I think I'm gonna join you down there. I'll have Valentine clean up here. Actually, when you guys see Valentine, let him know to lock up here.
I'll send them this way.
Or that the doors will be locked.
Yeah.
Got you.
I turn to the group. I'm like, hey guys, let's see if we can get something to capture this person at our daddy's store.
Oh yeah, Daddy. That's right.
Big Daddy.
Our collective
Daddy.
father.
Solomon. Alright. Wait.
Map. When they leave.
Okay,
Dead
what does the map
Map.
say?
Can I get the heart of the lake? I don't feel comfortable not holding it.
Oh yeah, sure. Here.
Oh,
She just
Oh, thanks.
plucks it off of Valentine's project and hands it to you.
I take the walk. I take the little upside down walk too.
Okay.
And for the sake of my the theater of the mind right now, I assume Aya is clothed. Correct?
Yeah, she's got a
She
towel.
just got out of the shower.
Just a
Okay,
towel.
thank you. That's a big towel.
Yes.
It's a blanket.
I don't
it's a
think she
blanket.
took her clothes off. Is the
She just showered with her clothes on.
I didn't imagine that she did.
Oh, her clothes are covered in schmuck.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
she's got a towel on.
Yeah, okay.
God.
Is she still ripped?
She is very ripped, and she's got lots of scars, and she's also still missing an arm. Yep.
All right, guys. All right,
All right.
I'm ready to go. Oh, yeah, the map.
Map.
Are you gonna send us that map, or are we gonna just what?
Oh, are you guys taking the map, or are you guys looking at the map?
We're just taking
Well, we're
a look.
looking at
I've got a
because it
photographic
You've got, like,
memory. How about
flags and
that?
stuff on it, right?
Yeah. So,
I'll
So we
study it
can't
with
exactly
my
take it.
brain.
you guys look at the map, or actually, if anybody wants to roll to copy the map, then I could send it to you.
I can. What can we? What would the? Is it just a straight roll?
Yeah, just a straight roll, or roll craft.
Can I arch mechanics or repair?
Probably not. Or if you have a good recall, you can roll recall.
Zero.
But the map, just to describe the map, it's like a territory map. They've drawn on it with marker, and they've added several locations, as well as put markers where locations have been destroyed, as well as locations have been built on top of the rubble of other ones. Namely, you see two locations that sort of catch your fancy. One of them where Traveler's Respite used to be is now, it looks to be like a fortified area just called Centerhold. And the other notable location is Rolania. It's Alanya, but with an R in front of it. You don't know the meaning of that yet, but it's been renamed to Fort Patch.
Fort. My Alanya?
Your Alanya has been renamed to Fort Patch, and it looks like they have a fortification on top of it.
That's a
Bad word.
dick, even after
Yeah.
death he mocks us.
Additionally, you see on the map they've drawn sort of this purplish cloud from the northeast that is encompassing Morshire, Einar's Rest, and North Point.
What's it is?
Probably Einar Graham's influence.
You can also see two territories that one yellow and one yellow to the west and one green to the south. It's unclear what's what.
My question is there anything in regards to Sylvari army? Like, if I look at the map, like, let's say, like, Aspenshire that I know is taken over by Sylvari.
You can see that Aspenshire and Aspen 2 are actually both under the command of the Black Sun, and they've indicated putting up a brigade or a blockade along that big border of Fort Patch, Aspen 2, and Aspenshire.
Yikes.
We should definitely copy down the map because then it would be more updated to the map we have now.
All right.
We'd know where our threats are, at least.
Yeah,
All right.
that'd be pretty important.
Who wants to roll that bad boy?
I don't have good recall. Does anyone have good recall?
Well, here. And Aya just tosses the keys. Tosses the keys to Thwomp.
I catch him.
And says, just lock up when you're done in here. Koreth?
Sure.
Let's go.
They've been
And
gone.
then Koreth is just like, okay. And
Wait.
Koreth. Yep.
I pull out my last bone fragment. This is a small sample from Malgrave.
That would be
And-
incredibly useful, actually. So I can study
Yeah, here
and
you
see
go.
what went wrong. Thank you. And she takes it. Right. Onwards. And Aya and Koreth leave the room. Aya turns back. Just make sure that y'all guys lock up first. And she leaves.
I salute her.
So it is just you guys in the room now. You can either take the time to copy the map exactly, which could take or which will take the time of a long rest, or will take the time of a short rest. So it's about 2 p.m. right now. It'll probably get closer to 6. So 6 p.m. Or you can roll to see how quickly you can do it.
Well, I think we should roll just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Considering
trying to think of
we're
how to
already on a
mediate
time
this.
crunch to send Gimbal to Koreth.
Shoo. Okay. Roll for either recall, arts and crafts, whatever, and any of you guys can
Arts
roll.
and crafts.
Craps.
Any of you guys can roll. If anybody has an arts and crafts.
You've been good to me. I'm gonna
Yeah,
roll
we
you
all
again.
have that acquired ability.
Everybody is making their own version of the map, and whoever's got the
Okay.
most correct version.
I have intuition.
Yeah,
I got a 19.
you got a 19. Nice. All right. Because I got a 4.
Gimbal has amazing handwriting. I wouldn't be surprised if
Okay.
he just has the cleanest
That is fair.
drawn map known to man.
That is
Also, I
fair.
realized I had 4 more fragments. I just attached them as arrowheads.
My whole sword
Amazing.
is a fragment.
My fucking blades are both fragments in that as well.
I wonder if
Okay.
that's going to spread the blight when you kill things.
So,
Hopefully
Gimbal,
not.
we're just giving it to you. You jot down in your notebook. Congratulations, you have successfully created a copy of the updated map of the Kingdom of Altiria.
Oh man.
Yay!
We probably could have just asked what the green and yellow was before they walked away.
I thought about that, but we can ask them
Probably.
later.
We'll ask later.
Because I actually want to also pull Korath aside and ask her if she's noticed anything up with Aya. And so we'll ask those questions when we meet up with her outside
Yeah,
of the
that'll be
lab.
later. I'm also debating on whether or not to ask about the statue.
About the what?
The statue.
The satchel?
The statue.
Statue. Well, I can't
Pistachios.
understand.
I thought Boy Boy wanted pistachios there for a second.
I do, but that's
Also.
besides the point.
Maybe
also
Solomon
eat
has some pistachios.
I don't actually want pistachios. I'm a carnivore.
It's technically protein.
That's not how that works.
Ay, caramba. So,
All right.
congratulations on getting that new map.
I'm so happy to have this map. Thank you, Gimbal. Your art is amazing as always.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Do you think I
looks-
should become an artist?
It looks strikingly similar to the old one.
Did I do? I think I did a good job. I'm pretty proud of myself.
You should be.
So then I'm assuming. So the blue is definitely Edgewalker.
Mm-hmm.
The rebellion, in fact, in general, I think.
Rebellion. Yeah.
I will just
The red is. Hold on.
That's
I think it was
Dawn.
hot.
That's definitely Dawnspire and more to the point, Black Sun.
The green is probably Sylvari, if I had to guess.
But Sylvari is coming from
Oh,
Like the
That
area
whole
after-
border is Sylvari.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be
right.
coming from the south.
Oh, you know what the yellow probably is? It's probably that
Hmm.
cult of Einar Grimm that's coming out of nowhere. Because
uh,
Eimlin's right there, and that's what Scrim was talking about.
And then the right, and then the purple haze is.
is a
Sorry,
is
not
a
purple
great
haze.
is a
The
great
purple
song.
cloud is a great song, and it's another thing as well. And
mhm.
that's definitely Einar Grimm.
Yes. The
Proper.
new Einar Grimm.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say two things. One, I want to actually thank the actual DM for this really awesome map. You did a great job.
Oh, yes.
No, thank
It's
you.
wonderful.
Yes.
Oh,
The
another
sec-
thing I don't. Oh, sorry.
The second thing I want to say is Thwomp lets out a sigh of relief, but is also still nervous because it looks like his hometown is untouched, but he doesn't like how close the cult of Einar Grimm is getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky you. No, I'm kidding.
Yep. The dwarven territories are sort of protected by mountains. Or in Goran
Can I-
Makes sense. My hometown is fucked.
Oh, yes. Entirely.
May
we're
I
gonna
point
fix that.
something out? Sorry. If you guys look near where Empty Mill is, there's a spot that says ruins ?
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Oh, yeah, that's
Art?
interesting.
Can you guys read this? I can't read it very well.
Oh, I have it into a program so I can like zoom into it and like look around at it.
I saved it as a.
I
I
as a-
downloaded it so I
a-
could zoom in
It
photos.
probably would be better if it's downloaded, yeah.
And then what's? Oh, right. That's Traveler's Respite.
Yeah, Traveler's Respite got demolished and turned into Centerhold. Alanya got demolished and turned into Fort Patch.
That's very,
Disrespect.
very sad.
Dick.
I know, that guy sucked.
Oh yeah,
Did
ruins.
suck. I'm glad he
question mark.
died like a
That is
Looney Tune character.
sweet.
You guys just hear in the whistle of the wind outside just
That
Ah,
best.
I just realized my Holt My whole town, my whole island of South Point is completely covered by Silvari.
Yeah.
Oh well.
The green. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not too worried about that. There's worse places that they could be.
A good point.
There's worse people that could be in charge of that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everyone I care about is either infected with the festering or fucking dead.
Ugh.
Yep. But yeah, just to describe what's on the map. All of those skull places are places that have been razed to the ground. R-A-Z-E-D.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Live Village.
I can't.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't. Live Village
Well,
is
that-
there.
that
I
was
don't,
not in
I don't remember where Newset was, but there's like 2 skulls where I think it was.
Yep.
I have the old map pulled up as well, so I could kind of compare.
I like that there's a
can do
grumpy
click,
face Bedford patch.
click.
Like, for example, Acorn Manor, I think, is now Money Pit. Or no, below that. Below. Oh, no, that's always existed. Never mind, JK.
Yeah, Akron Manor has always existed. But
As a
Yeah.
post-editorial production note, would it be cool if we put up like the map for a little bit so our audience can see it?
oh yeah, it is up. It's up.
Groovy.
It's up right now.
The current one?
The
Groovy.
current one, and I can
I
flip
never look at that
I can
stuff.
flip between the old one and the current one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then,
There's a new route from Pinetown to Deep, so that's neat.
that ship to the
That's
right
good.
is still there.
Should be good. Looks like it's Deep is contested.
I think that's just a decal. Yeah. What? I'm trying to wonder what that.
Well, you guys can ask about that and figure
circle
it out.
is.
You guys can ask about that and figure that out.
I think that's just Winehouse.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
Maybe the
Winehouse being
collector.
It's just
The
Winehouse
collector.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's right.
collector. Crazy how we just haven't talked about that guy in so long.
Yep.
Oh, fucking!
That
That
existed.
makes perfect sense. Why we couldn't get Dragon Spittle anywhere, because the rebellion has cut off every path from Winehouse.
Wait, shit. Do you think the rebellion has Dragon Spittle?
Probably.
Damn.
Yeah.
Archer's Grave is unclaimed. You could go there for Lillian's stash.
Yeah, you guys can go and
Ah.
claim Archer's Grave.
Maybe after we go to Deep. Well, we have to go to Deep first, anyways.
We have to go to deep anyway.
We do have to go to Deep. Yeah, we gotta.
What
Boy,
are we
we
even
got
doing
some-
here?
Fuck. Well, we were supposed to meet my mom, but she's rock and roll. And she's rock.
And she's rock. So, what are you guys doing now?
Oh, we have to go to court, right?
No,
Yes.
we have to
did
go
that.
to.
Well-
we gotta go to.
In like an hour, we're gonna go investigate. We're gonna go search for the Red Menace. I mean, the Purple
Yeah.
Menace.
we're gonna go to the
We gotta
library.
find-
Let's go to Solomon's first.
Yes. Well, yes. Let's go to Salt.
No.
Let's lock. Let's take this map. Let's take our
No.
version of the map.
Yes.
Leave,
Roll that map
lock
up. I
We
got
lock up the
keys.
place. Find Valentino. Go to Solomon's. Check out the librarian. See if Valentino knows who the other person Korath was talking about. Find them too. Capture or kill them if we have to. And then go back to Korath all within an hour. Let's do this.
We got this.
Yep. Sounds good.
So, where are you guys off to first?
We're gonna go to
Solomon's,
Sam's.
right?
I'm calling him Sam because we're like that.
You guys.
Never mind.
Tight.
You guys walk over and step through the doors of Solomon's Respite, and you see Solomon is fast asleep. He does not get up to. He does not even get up to do the poppers. He is just fast asleep.
Oh, thank God.
Maybe we should do the poppers so he'll wake up.
There you go.
I was literally thinking of that. Is there a popper near
There is,
that I can pick up?
there is, as a matter of fact, a popper in his hand, as if he was like waiting for somebody to go in, but then he just fell asleep while waiting.
I'm just gonna take it.
Yoink. Anyway, hello and welcome to Solomon's Respite. Sounded like Markiplier for a little bit. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Solomon's Respite. No.
Hey, Daddy. I mean, Solomon. How's it going?
Oh, it's you guys. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Right, it's judging by the time. Well, actually, looks at his watch. It is about 3 p.m. Just after 3. So, what can I do you for? Here in
Net?
Solomon's General. Much smaller than Solomon's Surplus. We don't have any surplus anymore. It's quite sad.
Oh, you'll get it again.
Eventually. Unless I get beheaded by the army. Which is a very distinct possibility considering that I have been selling weapons to their enemies.
Yeah, I guess so. Net?
We're just gonna breeze past that.
You want-
Look, hey,
you want
Saul,
some nets?
Sam. We're trying to potentially capture something or someone. Do you have like a net?
Handcuffs at the very least.
Maybe like one of those things that you whip around your head and you kind of
This
throw it at
isn't
the
that
knees.
kind of store, buddy. Looking directly at Johan. Not that kind of store.
I thought he was looking at me.
Now, as for the net,
I do look down at the chains on my arms and I'm just like, you know what?
Do I have manacles? I feel like we picked up manacles at some point.
what are manacles?
Like thick handcuffs.
You think Aya's been in here and asked him the same question? Do you
Wait
have
a
like
minute.
rope? Do y'all have some rope in here?
I used to carry the manacles that I was imprisoned in with me. I don't know if I
Well,
ever
those are
marked
your-
because I assume they were. Oh yeah, they're part of my chain whips. Never mind.
Yeah, but then
Well, we
when
could
we
still wrap
did,
someone in my chain whips.
we could.
It sounds like somebody's, speaking of criminals, sounds like somebody's being arrested outside.
When we look outside.
Outside of the DM's house because there were sirens passing by.
Oh.
Oh, fancy
That's
that.
boy.
You were in character. Good intent.
So depending on how big of a net you want, I have like little fishing nets.
Maybe thwomp size.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Plum stands up straight.
I could make one for you, but it'll be a bit of time.
Do you have any like alternatives? Like I mentioned, do you have that thing that you whip around and like throw at people's knees?
Oh, a lasso.
Like
yes.
Ebola.
Ebola. Not
Ebola?
Ebola. Yeah, I got
What
a
is
bowl of
what is
milk.
a-
I've got a cat
Ebola?
for you.
What is Ebola?
Is it a bowl?
That's
No,
like
it's bolo
that's
tie.
like that's like the balls that are tied together. You
Weapon
throw it and
consisting
it sweeps
of a
someone's
number of
legs.
balls. You know what? I don't have those. However, I do have rope and I do have cannonballs.
Cannonball. That's gonna be a
Yeah.
bit heavy, but
Yeah.
Well,
It's the only
okay,
it's
well,
the only
what-
thing
what
that I
grade
can
of-
make without my tools, so I've just been making a bunch of stone cannonballs. He like lifts up a trunk and sets it on the table, and the table like creaks under the weight, and he opens it and it's just full of stone cannonballs.
Okay, I eye it up.
It
How big
depends
are
on
these
the weight.
cannonballs? Yeah.
About 2 fists.
2 fists.
Okay.
Still
Well,
pretty
yeah,
That'll be
big.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit too heavy.
Yeah.
Do you have any like defects that are smaller?
He grabs a cannonball, smashes it on the edge of the table, breaks the table, but opens up his shell, and now he's got a smaller cannonball. Like this.
Yeah, great.
That'll work.
Do you charge for labor? Does that count?
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
Can't blame ya.
So then, I guess the small cannonballs, some rope, and some little like pouch, like a linen.
Sounds good. I'll give you the
we'll also
smaller
take-
ones
well-
for 7 gold each.
For the
And
balls?
just in case.
Yes. Actually,
I
I'll
turn to the
sell
guy-
you 5 gold each. And then I'll throw in the rope for, depending how much you need, 3 gold a yard.
I turn to Gimbal and I say, aren't we carrying rope already?
For my toolkit, it doesn't come with
Johan
rope.
definitely is.
I don't
got
have
rope.
rope on me.
Yeah,
I
we already
Oh,
have
yeah,
rope.
I have
I have a
rope.
20-foot
I have
rope
rope.
on me, yeah.
I
Okay,
also
so
have
we
20-foot rope. I
Nick's-
also have paracord.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
here, nix the
better.
rope. We'll take the cannonballs, and I'll take your largest net.
Okay, sounds good. He hands you a 3x3 foot, like creek fishing net.
Okay. It is
Could I
what it
trade
is.
you a stick of dynamite to help cover the cost?
A yoink!
We had so much gold.
I will give you that for 10 gold then. All of whatever cannonballs you need.
Okay,
Can't believe you just handed me a stick of dynamite.
I did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
few would
almost
trust
gave you my jar of
dwarf.
liquid latex, but I want to hang on to that actually.
Few would
That's gonna
trust.
be useful.
Few would trust a dwarf with a stick of dynamite. But I'm
Huh.
Why
glad.
is that?
Why isn't that?
Exactly. We're both looking at
Hey,
Johan.
as far as I'm concerned,
they're just like, what are you talking about?
as far as I'm concerned, your hands are no better than mine.
Oh, mine.
Sure, because
Perfect.
we've seen what Poi Poi has done with explosive stuff.
That's true.
The door was an explosive, technically.
Oh,
Oh,
my
patchwork. I've blown up a few people, haven't I?
God. Yeah, in multiple campaigns, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah.
Exciting.
I forgot about that. Not juicer.
Oh yeah.
He was also a very evil deer.
The audience has not seen the super secret
And they
Christmas
never
one shot.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if we ever have a Patreon, maybe that'll be a Patreon exclusive. That'll be a Patreon exclusive.
Level
Yeah, we're-
15, where you
It's-
pay us $10,000 and do all of our paperwork.
Dare I say it'll be a Patreon explosive.
It'll be a Patreon
Do our
exclusive.
taxes for us.
Exactly.
Let's dangle that over our audience's head.
So, are you guys going to pay me or?
Yes, we are. Who's paying? I can pay,
Oh,
but
counting the coins, jeez.
10 gold, please. And thank you for the 10 gold.
Who's paying him? I can pay
I can
him
pay
if
him.
you guys want. All right. I feel like I never pay for anything.
No.
how much time do you have?
I'm broke.
I don't have money.
Give me.
No.
If you have more than 100 gold, you're paying.
I don't. I have 36.
Oh, then I'm paying.
I don't even have 10 gold. Where are you guys getting this money?
Man, I have 27.
Robbery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just been carrying us. I still have 80 gold.
Goddamn.
Perfect. Yoink. And thank you. And
Freaking
come
Poi Poi's
again.
bankrolling the whole campaign.
Thank you for visiting Solomon General.
Stiff upper lip, Solomon.
Well, it's hard considering this is the 4th time I've had to rebuild this place.
4th.
Oh yeah, I burned down the first one. It's the whole thing.
All right. Well, don't blow this one up. You sound good.
I'll do my best. And he salutes you guys.
All right. I salute him back. See you later, Sam.
As you guys exit.
Bye, Dad.
As you guys exit from the store. Also, you guys, now the daddy merchandise is rare. Because he doesn't have that anymore. Yeah, you guys have limited edition stuff.
So he's only our daddy.
He's only your daddy. And whoever else bought a shirt, which is probably more than a few people considering he had merchandise.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
17 people, exactly.
Just like Johan.
Solomon's got 17
Boy just has
sons.
a list.
Solomon's got 17 sons, and god damn it, he's a very attentive father.
Guys, I have so many fathers.
I wrote
What's
down a
it
note,
like?
Solomon has a stick of dynamite.
Yeah.
See when that comes back up.
He's gonna
Good job, Solomon.
blow himself up.
Imagine having
probably
a
just-
father.
I have one now.
Oh, golly gosh. Well, party.
We got what we needed.
To the
Did
library.
we
Yes.
lock up the?
I
the
did. I
Yes.
did.
Okay.
I made sure to do it.
Okay.
Yes, Swamp had a key.
Uh,
How did I describe the library? I think the library is literally just next to the general store.
yes.
So you guys can literally just walk on in there.
Just walk on in, pretend like things are paying attention, keep an eye on the librarian for a bit. If we get some bad vibes,
We kill him.
we'll see what happens. I don't know if we want to go that far, but
Murder.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry.
So, you step foot into the Pinetown Library. And inside, you see it's quite cute, actually. It's a very, very cute library. There are, the bookshelves are small. Gimbal and, actually, Gimbal, Johan, and Thwomp can all see over them. There's not that many books, but they're most, like, you can see that books have been organized. The most dense organization of books are in the back, or in the front, and then towards the back there's hardly any books at all. You don't see a librarian, but you do hear some scurrying from the opposite side of the library. Sort of ruffling of pages.
Mm-hmm.
so bell ring somewhere.
You know what? As a matter of fact, there is a bell to ring. I don't have a bell thing, so you gotta... Oh, I do have a bell thing.
Ding.
It's kind of a...
That's quite the bell. In this library?
It's quite an impactful
In the library, you got the most extravagant bell ever?
The library
There's just
actually used to
rope
be a
hanging
church.
From the ceiling,
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey guys, I found the reception bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
That is subtle as a gong.
The library used to be a church, actually. Anyways, you guys witness as this little creature leans her head around the corner, and then she's like, "Oh, hello," and then she sort of like scurries over. She's got that weird sort of cartoony walk where her legs are so short that you can barely see that she's taking steps. And she gets up to you. At first you think, oh, maybe she's a scove, or Since you guys saw a Farah as a librarian before, maybe she's just a really short Farah, but no. As a matter of fact, this is a Furbin. Blonde fur Furbin. Sort of
Similar to the one that was in Sylvar's party?
Actually, exactly like the one that was in Sylvar's party.
They're sort of like furry kobold.
Huh? Yes.
Sort of like furry kobold.
It's a furry kobold, yeah.
Cute.
It's not the same. It's not the same character though.
Is that the same person?
Oh, it is. It is. She is dressed
Really?
in
Oh.
the exact same. She's dressed in the exact same dress, and she has, dressed in the exact same clothes. I think the only difference is this time she has glasses on.
Oh man. Do you think the rest of the party is dead?
Oh, hello.
Probably.
You look a little familiar.
Familiar?
Have you met before?
Well, not that I remember, but I've met a lot of people, so I'm sorry if I don't remember you.
I apologize.
Do you know
Okay, does she smell
Sylvar?
you?
I do know Sylvar. Are you
Thought
here
it
to
was a
ask
brick
about
wall.
him?
Huh?
Are you here to ask about him?
No.
No, we're
Are
here
you
for the
looking for
library.
Sylvar? Well, this is the
Is he here?
library. Sylvar, yes, but I think he's on patrol.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay. Interesting.
Oh,
Brady just got it.
I think we know who the other person we're looking for is now.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, ho. Okay. Well. Damn it.
So welcome to the library.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for I'm sorry for all of the roll perception. I'm sorry for all of the.
Can we sense the evil? Can we all have the ability to sense evil?
Well, if you'll remember, I did describe it for everybody.
Right. All right. I will roll perception, and I'm gonna roll.
I will also
12.
roll.
I shall roll.
Damn it! Also 12.
I got
Is the
18.
13 enough? Never mind. I will take my pity point.
Okay.
Oh, actually 19 because it's 17 plus 2.
I will
You got a
take pity
19?
point. It's-
Yeah, 19.
Oh. 14? Can I get a little bonus since
I'll give it to you a
got a
14.
sixth sense about me?
I will give it to you with a 14.
Thank you.
Anything over a
glad
13
we take
works.
pity point.
You guys sense a darkness, but you're not sure from where it's coming. This little Furbin in front of you doesn't seem to be the source.
All
So-
right. Well, thanks
I'm-
for welcoming us. I guess we'll just
Yeah.
kind of take a look around, see what you got.
I'm really sorry for the mess. I'm still working on a lot of it, but
Sure, that's
know.
fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's actually
I don't
quite nice
suppose you
in here.
I don't suppose you happen to have any spell books.
no. I keep magic away from me.
Why?
Okay.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Question mark?
I'd really rather not talk about it, actually.
That's
Okay.
is
Well,
fair.
Interesting.
yeah. There's no need to pry.
Thanks.
Hmm.
Let me know if you're looking for anything specific. And then she scurries away.
Is there
Okay.
any books that we would want to look into? Historical, maybe?
Well, let's try and sniff out that evil.
Yeah.
you know-
I try to sniff evil? Is that a thing I could do?
Hey.
Um,
There is something
picked
I'm
it up with
curious
perception.
about, but I'll ask about it later.
ask about it now.
Well, I would want to. I feel like at this point, I'm questioning how people perceive the events of how the whole Einar Grimm thing ended. I'm curious if there's any books on that, but that can wait.
I was gonna say we should get information
We're in
about
library,
the
might as well
old
look.
heroes and Einar Grimm. Like that's
Yeah.
what I would personally want from a book. but I also want to sniff evil if I can.
Yeah, that, I think
Yeah.
that's more higher on the priority list.
I will say, you guys already rolled to sense the evil. For the sake of trying to figure out who's evil or where the evil is,
Perception.
if you guys roll a nat 20, I'll just tell you directly where the evil is or who the evil is. However,
Otherwise, we got everything we can.
otherwise you got everything you can from the rolls, and you either need more information before you can roll again, or there's a different roll you can do, or you need to take actions.
Can I make a lucky guess?
Usually that darkness is followed up with some type of sulfur smell.
Yeah.
Correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I smell out if there's any sulfur smell?
You can absolutely smell out to see if there's any sulfur smell. And May, for the case of lucky guess, I'm going to say you can make lucky guess
My rolls have been fire.
in order to figure out if there is. You can use, in this case, you can use lucky guess as sort of a perception roll to see if you feel anything in this area. Lucky guess, I will probably I'll give you different information than if you had done it with a straight perception.
Makes sense.
However, once you already have the information, lucky guess would just be me handing it to you on a plate as if you rolled a nat 20 originally, which I don't think is fair for the rest of the party.
Also, I got a 23.
You got oh okay.
Hell yeah.
I haven't rolled lucky guess in 5 sessions. My lucky guess privileges have been cut off.
You roll, or you sniff out.
You sniff.
You do smell like this very, very faint hint of sulfur, to where had you not been training and had you not primed your schnoz to sniff as you did on your way over here, if your nose was not this sensitive, you probably would not be able to sniff this at all. But it is this very, very faint, and you find your way going towards the back of one section, where you find a book on military formations.
Oh. Can I pick up the book and I guess I already did a sniff roll, but do I get a smell of Aya? I'm just curious.
Sort of the food is sort of overpowering any smells of any individual people, just because there's so many powerful smells here. Just the sulfur is such a unique smell that you are able to sort of pinpoint that. But sort of everything in here smells like everybody.
Yeah, I want to pick up that book.
Okay.
Because when I think of battle formations, I just think of Aya, which makes me concerned, you know?
Yeah, you have now a book on battle formations.
Check inside the cover. Sometimes there's a little list to say like who's checked out what books.
Yeah, library books have that card where it
There
tells
you go. That's
booked
smart.
out a book.
That's a
DM's
thing.
rolling.
Who knows if that's the system here?
As a matter of fact, that is the system here. But it seems as though the last person who checked out this book did not actually put a stamp down, and in fact, they scribbled out the last 3 people to have checked out this book.
It's their name and 3 additional names, or is it just 3 names that are scribbled out?
Well, the dates are left, and the smell is still there, and considering how faint it is, it's probably fresh.
Ooh.
Or fresh-ish, probably within the last week or so.
Okay. So just to confirm, they never wrote down their name and they scribbled out the names of the last 3 people?
Yes.
Okay. That's
Never
suspicious.
wrote their name. That's the whole old hero party. That's just good scribbled out, probably.
I look at that and I look at Gimbal. I'm like, sabotage.
Interesting.
What the fuck?
Were you guys going
What
to be
the
looking
fuck?
into stuff about the old heroes? The old heroes, or
I would want to see if there's a book on Nash specifically.
Yeah. What's
Okay.
Nash's deal? What happened to him?
you guys will say this library is actually organized really well, so you can actually just go over to the history section, and in alphabetical order, you find a book on. You find 3 books that sort of catch you guys' attention. You find a book on the Battle of Einar Grimm, as written by somebody who was there, apparently, but the author is anonymous.
Johan,
You
did you
Is it
write
find
handwritten?
Fuck no.
no, it's not handwritten. It is a published book. It is a memoir of
See.
the Battle of Einar Grimm, or the final. It's here. It's called The Final Days of Einar Grimm. Sort of anonymous written, and then you find another book specifically about Nash, but it seems to be unrelated to specifically the history of Nash. It is a textbook written by Nash. The third thing that catches your attention is a book on the history of the old hero party as they are.
Man, we
Can I
didn't
pick
grab
up-
all of those books.
Yeah. Can I pick up the Einar Grimm one in particular and start teasing Johan?
You don't have to
I
ask
start
me.
pointing- I just start pointing at the title. I start looking at it. I'm just like, huh? What do you think of that?
I like take the book out of your hands, and I'm like, that's kind of a big move.
Well, to be fair, I want to read it as well.
Oh, okay, well then, yeah.
It was my idea to look for this. Why are you taunting me with it?
I'll definitely take the book with the history of the old heroes.
Okay. And does
I
anybody
want to know
take-
how he died.
I like
I'm a little
the
curious
emphasis
too
on
because the last
he.
time I heard, he kind of had his head kind of chopped off.
Yeah.
He headed.
Yep.
Can I check to see who wrote that book? Is it an author?
The Final Days of Einar Grimm,
Anonymous.
yeah, is written by Anonymous, but apparently it was somebody that apparently it's either a first-hand recollection from the author themselves or a collection of first-hand information from people that were there. So it's unclear
if we
whether the
read it-
author themselves was there or if they interviewed people who were there.
I think if we
Maybe
read it,
someone
it'll
who was
vibe it
there.
out. We'll vibe it out.
Probably.
Yeah,
we
we'll be
know
able to know.
everyone who was there. I think. At least I
It's-
should
The only person who really wrote shit down was Nash. So
Yeah.
Well,
I
if
guess
it's really
someone
sassy,
there,
if it's really sassy, it's probably Dorian.
yeah, we'll see by the
Maybe one of the
mood how
members
it's
of the
written.
Black Sun, for all we know.
If it's very
Could be
asshole,
Johan,
then we
and
can
he
assume
just
it's
doesn't
aliens.
remember.
Oh.
Fucking I could have ghost wrote a book and I did not remember. It's totally possible.
Poi Poi is gonna pick up a book on.
You just
different
flip
ways to
over
prepare crab.
and then you see about the author and it's Johan in the turtleneck. This is a joke, by the way.
That's crazy.
This is a joke. Johan does not own a turtleneck. Johan
Not
could not.
yet.
Johan could not wear a turtleneck because of them antlers. He can only wear front button shirts.
It would have to be sewn
just,
on me.
Can I just say there's a Junji Ito story about a guy with a red turtleneck and he's constantly holding his head because some like bimbo witch like used her hair to cut off his head and he has to hold it there. It
What?
made me really lightheaded
Why
to
did-
read it.
Why did you specify?
Yeah, why? I mean, good for her, but like, is that like
Well, she seduces him. That's why.
I see.
Oh,
Like,
so
it's
it's
actually
actually part of the story. Amazing.
It is part. No, yeah, I'm not
Amazing.
I'm not
I see.
judging. I'm not judging a cartoon character because she has big tits or anything like that.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on.
Moving on. Congratulations on the acquisition of your 3 books, who I'm assuming that 3 different party members took the 3 books.
Yeah, I think. Because I took the history of the old heroes.
Okay.
I don't know how else you guys
History
did
of the Old
first.
Heroes, I'm gonna hazard a guess that either Thwomp or Johan ended up with the Final Days of Einar Grimm, and who wants the textbook?
I'll hold on to it.
I guess I'll take the textbook since nobody's saying
You
anything.
take the textbook.
I'll
Congratulations.
definitely give that a read later. I want magic.
I don't know if there's any magic like
We
spells
probably
in there,
should be. It might have some principles of like understanding magic.
Mhm.
Then of course
Could be
I hand
useful.
it to Poi Poi then because Thwomp
Oh, okay.
doesn't give 2 toots about magic, quite frankly.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right, let's check these out, and then we got to go find out where Sylvar is.
I never did figure out. Oh wait, the one book. Why was that battle map radiating evil?
No, I
We
get
don't know.
because
Somebody
it's
who
Battle
had it
Formations.
handled it.
Okay, here's my theory. Because when we first walked up to the area that Aya was in, right, we all had that bad feeling.
Yeah, but that was because of what was in the basement.
I don't know
I
if it was just the
believe.
base.
Maybe.
I get the suspicion, and we kind of got that vibe that there's something wrong with Aya.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Something's off with her.
I think it's weird. I don't
It
know.
is
I just don't trust her.
Well, Gimbal, that's why we're going to ask Cordith if she's noticed anything off with her.
Yes.
We can.
Also, we can ask if the librarian knows or recollects who checked this book out.
Yes.
That's a
Well,
good. That's
she's
a good.
probably only been here for a short while.
True,
So
but we can ask
maybe-
anyways.
But this was recent.
Yeah, we should.
It wasn't that long ago that the names were scribbled out and whoever checked out this
True.
book.
I forgot.
I could let
By
him
the
know
way-
that someone vandalized it at the very
Yeah.
least.
By the way, Thwomp has an epiphany and he thinks, how come nobody has acknowledged the fact that there was a fucking explosion like 20 minutes ago? As a matter of fact, Solomon was fucking asleep.
I don't think
Maybe
it
it
was
was
that
just
loud.
like,
I think we only heard it because we were right next to it.
yeah.
It's odd though.
Hmm.
Everything going on is just odd.
Yeah, this whole town's odd, to be frank. Remember, everybody was kind of like cajoling over us, asking us for our
Yeah.
autographs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just something's off with this place.
Do you think
But-
that Team Gary still goes by? Like, do they just owned up to that name?
We can ask the librarian.
We never
We think
told
they
them
even-
that name.
No, but we made them.
We didn't tell them, but we registered them.
We
Oh.
did! We did!
Right, we did.
Sorry. That was
That's
the
fine,
topic I
Gimbal.
was just thinking about.
All right, let's walk up to the counter. I want to talk to this little lady.
You guys go up to the counter, and the first thing that you notice approaching, you see that. Actually, everybody roll perception for me.
I would love to. Pity point. That's a 4. I got a pity point.
Congratulations on your pity point.
I love perception check.
An 8.
14.
10.
Okay, I will give it to Thwomp. Thwomp.
Damn it,
As you
dude.
guys approach this Furbin, she is facing away from you guys, but you can just make out like the telltale sigh or the telltale sound of a whimper or crying. And you guys as you guys step up to the counter, she like fixes herself. Did you find everything that you were looking for?
Yeah, we did. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You seemed like you were a little upset there for a moment.
No, I'm okay. Books?
Yeah, I just
Insight?
That's a good one. Yeah, can we vibe check? Vibe check her.
Roll vibe check.
She just sad
Insight.
or
Roll insight.
well, that's
New
that's
pity
an
point.
11.
I got an 8. I'm not any better.
Is a 13 enough?
13 is enough.
Okay, I'll spend 2 pity points.
Okay. You get the sense that obviously she's not telling you everything. I will say only Thwomp was aware that she was crying, but since you're the one that's looking at it, when Thwomp asked and she said that she was fine, you heard a little bit of a crack in her voice, as if she was lying about being fine. So clearly something is bothering her, or clear to you at least something is bothering her, though it is unclear what.
Let's see.
Books?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something, Thor?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, we got some books that we'd like to check out.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
can I get the books so that I can check you out with the books?
Yes, here you go.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask about. I like show the book of battle formations. Do you happen to know who the last person who checked out this book was?
That was Valentine.
Valentine? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, we're friends with him. We know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Curious.
Delighted. That can be checked out. Strange.
Let's see. Damn it. My charisma sucks. Want a
Oh,
charisma?
what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I want to find out why she's sad.
No.
Can I just lean in and be like, look, I mean, clearly you were upset about something.
I don't really want to talk about it if that's okay.
Johan's gonna leave.
Can I get your guys'
with the book on Einar?
Can I get you guys' names?
Oh yes, Johan Ledem.
And she writes down Johan Ledem next to the last days of Einar Grimm.
That's perfect.
Totally.
Yeah, there it is. That's it. That's title. That's the title card.
Ay, caramba.
Gimbal Bafflebottom?
And she writes down Gimbal Bafflebottom. Are you named
Boy.
after the priest?
Boy.
You know, yeah. I just like the book.
Cool. And she writes down that. She writes down Poi Poi, and she writes down Thwomp. Wait, what did you check out, Poi Poi? You didn't check out anything.
No, I handed Poi Poi
I'm
the.
checking out the textbook.
Oh, you're checking out the textbook.
I gave the
gotcha.
Poi Poi the textbook.
So-
yeah.
You're checking
The
out
boy
the,
boy.
You're checking out the
Poi.
textbook.
The very
Boy
poised
boy.
boy.
Yeah.
The amazing Poi Poi.
The amazing Poi Poi. You're checking out the textbook.
Yeah, keep praising. Keep praising.
You are checking out the
Yes!
textbook. You are checking out the textbook. You checked out the textbook. Congratulations, you guys are all checked out.
All right.
Books. 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 Books.
What was next on our list of things to do? Was it
We
find
can-
Silvar or-
Silvar?
We gotta go find
Valen.
Silvar now.
Yeah. Or Valentine at this point. Would also be a
What
good
is
idea.
Silvar named Silvar after Silvari?
Yes, but he's not from there.
Silvar is named Silvar after the god.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Silvari
Maybe
is
we need his
also
blood.
named after the god.
Maybe. I don't think so.
The blood of Silvar.
I don't know why.
Blood of Silvar. Take him out back.
Damn. He gave me a healing potion, guys. That's not cool.
Racist.
Wait, didn't you say that got retconned?
Him giving you a healing potion?
No, him
That he was
hates
racist.
Coburn. Killing them casually.
Oh yeah, that's probably good. That got retconned to like a bandit quest.
Oh.
But
I
I'm
didn't know
guessing
that was
all the
retcon.
bandits were Scoburn.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, knowing us.
Probably.
Well, before we turn to leave, I just say, hey, whatever you're going through, I hope it all works out.
Thank you. It's
But you said you saw Silvar on patrol. Do you know where that might be?
You can always check the barracks. They're towards the front of town.
Okay,
Okay.
appreciate it. All right, you take care now.
You too. And she scurries and goes back to work.
As we walk, I'm just saying, just pointing this out. We haven't really seen the rest of Team Gary. You know, it's possible.
No, we
that
haven't.
No, yeah, some
Maybe
probably.
it's like a
Something probably happened.
party member loss. Hopefully
Maybe.
not. That'd be sad.
What were they doing last time we ran into them?
They lost their keys.
They lost their keys.
We gave it back to them.
We gave them back.
Yeah, we
But we
did.
kind of stole that cold quest from them.
Thwomp kind of like subtly meta games with Gimbal and just like we did, kind of change their fate a little bit. Maybe maybe you can only put that off for so long.
So just a quick clarification question. More asking this question on behalf of the party. Why did you guys go and talk to her again?
We were
Because
told-
we were checking if she was evil.
Yes, but why was that a question?
Because she had exposure to Einargrim.
Yes.
I see.
Oh, now you have to question how did they get exposed to Ionar Grim?
No,
Well,
I
that's
just
probably what
wanted
she
to remind
said.
you guys that that supposedly this little Furbin has directly encountered Einar Grimm.
Definitely not ours.
Yeah. Well, at least she's not infected, but she's probably traumatized.
Yeah, she's dealing with some PTSD.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then in that case, I don't blame her for.
I mean, we tried to press her, and she kind of.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, we don't press. You don't press someone.
I know. I'm just saying that we
That's why
didn't get
backed
much.
off, poi poi.
I'm not yelling at you.
Maybe I feel like Silvar is probably a yapper. He'll probably. I think if we poke him a little bit, he'll say something.
Let's figure out if he's infected first.
I feel significantly less problematic bullying Silvar over his PTSD than I do this small urban woman.
Silvar's what, a human?
Yes.
Yeah.
Silvar is a
humans.
kinman. Technically, he's part elf, but yeah, he is for all intents
fuck
and
the elves
purposes a
even more.
kinman.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Anyway.
Shall we?
Yes. Let's.
I like that cat eating the fish. Anyways,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing?
We're going to the barracks, I suppose.
If we spot Valentine on the way, let us know.
You know what? Funnily enough, you do actually, as a crowd has sort of formed in front of the statue of Poi Poi's mom, Valentine, is at the front of the crowd, being like, there was a minor intrusion of various spies, but there is nothing else to worry about. We have we are currently questioning other people, and it's sometimes people we think that we know aren't who they claim to be. As you
I'm just
hear,
in the back of the crowd doing like, wait, I have to turn my camera back on. I'm just in the back of the crowd looking at Valentine, just like. Don't say that. Don't say that. Counterproductive.
Valentine is answering questions. Since you're so close to the crowd, Poi Poi, you can hear the guy next to you, who is a soldier, sort of say, John was one of my best friends. I just can't believe that he would do this.
Give him a consoling pat on the side of the arm.
He looks at you, he's just like, Poi Poi, oh, whoa, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's right, you're famous.
Yeah.
All famous.
All I know is how are you reaching his shoulder when you're...
Not
That
on one of
arm.
our shoulders.
Putting on the arm.
It's like his wrist.
Yeah.
Oh.
He looks down expecting a child, sees his hero.
Does he smell evil?
You're not getting
This
any
random
vibes.
guy.
You're not getting any
Okay.
any major vibes right now. You do see also in the crowd is a little boy with a wooden dagger.
Yeah.
Oh,
God, Nobby was here.
Nabi
yeah,
is here.
Nobby.
Nobby doesn't smell evil, right?
Yeah, can I vibe check Nobby?
Man, I
roll
hope not.
roll to vibe check
We love
Nabi.
I would cry.
I'd like to vibe check a boy.
Specifically, perception.
Roll perception.
I got a 6 to
Again.
Is this an open roll?
This is an open roll. Well, perception. It's
What
an
was it
open.
for?
It's a perception roll, but if you have anything else that you want
That's-
to roll, you
It's
can roll.
open to the group.
Is open.
That's
to
an
That is-
11.
My perception is
13.
now negative.
No.
Nice. That's an
I've been
11.
there.
Would a 13 be?
I got a 17. Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, you got a 17. Okay.
Never mind. I'm taking the pity point.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's why I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
You get a vibe from Nabi, but it's not the same vibe. But there is something about Nabi
That's wrong.
that's weird.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily. It's not necessarily.
With the poor-
It's not necessarily wrong. It's just interesting.
Okay.
He's bored.
I think
He's got, ever since you gave him that wooden dagger, he has like a bloodlust about him.
honestly, Nabi's
Yeah.
probably destined to be a hero. So
That's
I
the.
hope so.
That's actually the bloodlust you guys felt when you first entered, or when you were first heading up. Was just
Nabi.
was just Nabi's innate bloodlust after Poi Poi sent him on a path.
Yeah, Nabi is going to be my third campaign character. Actually, no, not mine. I'm assigning that to Alice.
yeah, you're gonna be a character that literally doesn't talk.
I'm trying to decide if I want to say.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's pretty good.
I'm trying to decide if I want to say something out of character. As Evan, I have not for a moment trust this child. Not for a singular moment.
But this, look at his
You are
boots.
all enamored with his innocence. I think there's something very off with him, but that's just Evan speaking.
I
Womp
just
is
thought this
no-
was all,
no
this
no
is our
better.
adoptive son that we've
Well, Poi Poi's
collectively
not buying
adopted.
you any boots. Sorry.
It
Nabi
seems like
has a weird vibe.
Valentine is sort of taken up right now in answering questions to the crowd.
Maybe we
So
should
he
catch
doesn't
him
he doesn't
later.
even see you doing this. He's just trying to answer questions from the crowd. Who else questions like who else are you questioning? Are we safe here? You are perfectly safe. We have the best people working on it. Next question.
Do we
Next
see
question,
Silvar
please.
and
Silvar is not
Sil-
in this group.
If he's patrolling, he's probably not.
can did we already roll for like a general check of the group here? See if we sniff any negatives.
We'll count the original one where you guys were sniffing out the dude standing next to you. You don't get any negative vibe, or you don't get any vibes in general from anybody except for Nabi. But that could just be because you guys know Nabi, or there's something actually interesting about Nabi. Nabi's Nabi. He's got an interesting name.
I'm gonna note that, but I don't think that's an immediate concern.
Oh, could I possibly tell if it's maybe because Nabi was also exposed to the god of death?
Roll for it.
Is that a
Could be
perception? Can I do a lucky guess since I am guessing?
Sure, roll like a guess.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, that is a 23.
There is something vaguely familiar in regards to Nabi and that interaction you guys all had with the God of Death, but it's a different weird vibe. It's
Nabi's collecting
it is,
vibes.
It is vaguely familiar to you, but you're not entirely sure from where. And yes, that's what I can give you with that high of a roll.
Understood.
Damn.
Okay.
Be looking down
We'll
at my
figure that
notes
out.
to see how much I'm.
At least he's not infected.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I'm saying I'm like noting that, but I don't think that's like an immediate priority right now.
No.
It'll all come out in the wash.
Let's
Yeah.
also consider Helen is infected.
Helen is infected, so
Where are the
Yeah,
twins?
some shit went down.
Yeah.
So how
Don't
did
we
Helen
know?
get here from Newset?
Oh, if you look at the new map, there's actually a path.
Question: did we give Nabi like a little device? I forgot.
Sending
We
Oh, yeah,
did
did we
give-
give him a stone?
Here.
Did give Nabi a stone.
Yeah.
Nabi has a sending stone.
Yeah.
Nabi has a sending stone.
He's been able to listen to everything we've done.
That's crazy.
It's okay.
Probably
he can't
not
talk.
one of our brightest decisions.
Yeah.
He can't tell anyone.
Wow! Yikes!
I didn't say that in character,
That's
but I
table
want to
lab.
make that
Yikes.
clear.
Yikes! That's a yikes in or out of
I wouldn't be
character.
surprised if Einar Grimm did say that in character, though.
Einar Grimm would
I think
absolutely say that in
Johan's
character.
channeling
You'd be
some
I
laughing
was
at him.
making a very
Kicking dirt in
bad
his
joke. I feel bad now. I'm sorry.
Don't feel bad, Brady. It's fine. It's not a real character. It's not a real person.
Ay caramba.
This is not a real homeless child.
This is not a real homeless child. So, what
Should
are
we
you guys
just
doing?
check? Let's check on Nobby really quick. See how his boots are holding up, and see if he's having fun.
His boots are walking up to Nabi. You guys can read them pretty easily. This kid is a little bit frightened, actually. A little bit worried
That's reasonable.
about the explosion and about what Valentina is saying now. You can see Nabi is looking back and forth in a way that is indicative of, why are they saying this in front of me? I'm just a kid. I don't think that I should be here for this, but also this is too compelling to not be here for this.
then I ask him, "Hey, what's up, sport?
How you doing, knobs?
You doing all right?"
Nabi just looks up to you. He's kind of worried. He just like points at Valentine, and then writes in his notebook, "What happened?" Question mark.
I don't think you want the details. But we can maybe explain once everything calmed down.
He just writes, "That's spooky."
It's not that spooky. Listen, you got your little dagger there. If anything gets a little dicey, can we give him something to like make noise through the stone, or does he have to just talk through it? I mean, he can't talk.
He can only
But can
talk.
he like tap it or slap it or something?
The sending stones unfortunately only work with voice.
No.
Yeah, they're not an
Can you do
actual cell
this?
phone.
Can you make any sound, Nabi?
Can you click your tongue? Great.
Can we hear that? Can we hear that through the stone?
You would not, because it's not technically a voice.
Lame.
Well,
How does it distinguish? Clicking can be a language.
do we know if
That's-
there's any safe spots around that we can tell him to like if shit goes down? Just
Your
go
guys'
and hide
house.
here?
You guys have a house
We do
here.
have the house that we're staying
We have a
Hey,
house.
Yeah, hey buddy, listen, things are a little crazy, but I wouldn't worry too much about them. But if they get a little crazier, I want you to go back to the house and hunker down and wait for us to get back.
Nabi just nods and then looks back, writes down, "Where's the house?"
Give him the Addy.
Yeah, give him the Addier point. Isn't it near like the front of the town?
Yeah, it's near the front of the town. It'd basically be right across from the barracks. This isn't that big of a town.
Okay. Well, hey, we're going to the barracks. You wanna come with us, and then we can, when we go do our business, you can head over to the house if you want.
He just writes, "Okay."
All right. Let's
Good.
go. Let's get out of this crowd.
And you guys step away from the crowd. Realistically, you guys would still be able to hear it because, again, it's not that big of a place. But
Mhm.
for all intents and purposes, you guys
Yeah.
head towards the barracks, which is built into this, like, well, it looks like an old saloon. But upon entering it, which I assume that you guys are just entering it, upon entering it, you see that it is, well, it's still kind of got the vibe of a saloon. It's, there's quite a few people in here, actually, mostly soldiers, all of them talking about what happened.
We don't see Silvar.
Silvar is not here.
Well, I guess, can I just do a perception check anyways?
Roll perception.
So glad that I got perception for this. Oh, Nate. Nate, that's overkill.
What
The
did you do?
25.
Jesus. Stepping into this room, immediately you are faced with this wave of negative energy, as if there is, in fact, somebody there within the room who is afflicted. But this is not as intense as what you felt in the heading up to City Hall, but it is quite an intense feeling.
We're likely dealing with someone who's infected but not turned.
Right. I kind of put my arms out and I just say, guys, and I kind of look at Johan. I'm like, Johan, do you feel something? Because there's something here.
Should I roll? I didn't roll.
We'll feel that. We'll consider that as a collective roll. So you guys all
Okay.
get this sort of wave
Mhm.
In that case, my answer is I feel something for sure.
Yeah.
So we all feel this. There's
Yeah.
yeah.
Vibe going on.
May looks
Someone here.
exhausted.
Are you all right?
I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I got just slapped in the face by a wave of sleepy.
Poor boy sleepy.
Poor sleepy.
You know
Poor
what?
Sleepy axolotl.
You know what that happens. Don't worry. If you can make it through this, scene, the ending of the session is near.
Epic.
Okay.
So, you guys have now entered a room with, we'll say there's a lot of people here, but you rolled a 25, Evan.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people here, but with Evan's roll, you can single out a few of them. Three of them to be precise. You see a looks like a Scoburn, or like a half scove. They look kind of like a dark elf. Sort of sitting by the bar, and sat in the corner of the bar is a person that appears to be like rubbing their head like this, and then talking to some other people. You see a person that's sort of something about them feels fake. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
So, you've got three people. You've got the Scoburn at the bar. You have the we'll call them kinmen at the table, and you have the elf standing and sort of like nodding and talking and interacting with these people without, we'll say specifically, they are not looking anybody in the eye, we'll say. So they're talking in a group, but their eyes are sort of fixed to the floor, even though they're interacting. Like,
How many people are in the group?
We'll say 3 or 4.
Okay.
I think the half scope is probably the Team Gary rogue. Might be, might not be.
Could be. Well, I would
Okay.
certainly recognize them, right, as we approach.
Are you guys approaching that one first?
Might as
Yeah,
well.
I point out all three, and I kind of just communicate that silently to them. I'm thinking one of these guys.
I don't suppose you would allow me to make a lucky guess here to approach someone.
I'm not. I would have given you everything that I just gave Evan if you had rolled a lucky guess.
Okay, we got to mingle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
So I leave it
That's
to the
our
group.
strong
Do
suit
we
for
want?
sure.
Do we want to walk up to the scope?
I'm feeling the half scope. Just because I think it might be a Team Gary member. If it's not,
Okay.
then oh well.
What do we don't see do we see Silvar?
Silvar is not in the room, no.
No,
Okay, but we do feel an evil. Okay. Let's do the half scope.
Okay.
You
Because
guys
it is part of his team, then they definitely came in contact with this
Yeah.
dude.
Is this profiling? No.
Damn.
You
No,
guys
it's literally just 'cause I think he's a Team
You
Gary.
guys plus Nobby go up to the 2 yellow-eyed half
he's Nobby
scove.
Now he's outside.
Yeah,
go
I'm like, hey,
Nobby.
no,
I
I
thought we
before
told him
we
to go
start
check the
walking
house.
further in, I say, Nobby, either wait outside or go to the house.
Writes down, but you said I could come with you.
Oh, I said you could come with us until we got to the barracks, and then you had to kind of get out of the crowd, kind of.
I don't even think you're
and
old
it's
enough
very
to be in
crowded
the
in here. You know what I mean?
That's not fair. He writes down on his little
Oh,
notebook.
I'm sorry, buddy.
And we wanted to show you the in case of emergency area and that house
I'm
there.
gonna grab like an armful of pine cones and sort of salamander crawl up a tree and sort of set them all up,
Ooh.
and then salamander crawl back down, grab a handful of pebbles, sort of yoink Nobby's slingshot out of their pocket, hand it to them with the pebbles, and nod towards the pine cones.
Hey, there you go.
Nabi takes that and the pebbles and sort of reluctantly sighs and walks out. Look, he walks out and then he turns and looks back at you guys, and then he walks out the door.
Did I remind him that we gave him a sending stone?
Oh yeah, we gave you a sending stone, Nobby. You can listen in. It just might be dangerous.
Yeah.
While you're listening.
So it's like you're here.
He's gonna say he lost it, didn't he? Oh.
It says Helen took it.
Oh.
Wait, when did Helen? Oh, wait, when did we give him the sending stone? Like all the way back then?
All the way back when we first bought him.
Oh boy.
I'll lend Nobby my sending stone. Just so that he can feel involved.
Okay. He's happy.
Okay.
And then
Good.
Now, all those pine cones better be down by the time we're back out.
Yeah.
He
You
salutes
grow big and strong.
he salutes
Like
and
a podcast.
he runs outside.
And this is practice.
Mm-hmm.
And as he goes outside, you guys, after a few moments, you guys hear.
I'm gonna make a warrior out of that kid.
He's gonna be in the next campaign.
Ay, caramba. So, you guys have 3 people to interact with. I assume you guys are heading up to the... Oh my gosh, did my Wi-Fi just cut out? Oh wow, I haven't had this issue in a while.
Eternal bliss.
Oh, are you guys back?
Hey, and he's back.
Hey, we're back. Okay, perfect.
Yay!
Wow, I didn't even have to pause for that. Okay, so I assume you guys are heading up to the half stove at the bar.
Half stove.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You guys step up to her. She's kind of grizzled. Looks like she's been through a lot. It is not the Team Gary member. But she looks like she could have probably eaten the Team Gary members for breakfast. This lady is, she is ripped. She is, she's got like that, like really short mohawk thing going on where it's almost cleanly shaved on the sides, and then she's got like the faux hawk thing going down, kind of like Mr. T. And she's got piercings on her lip. She looks like if you saw her on the streets and if she wasn't wearing the aligning colors, you would assume she was probably a bandit and probably going to rob you. Not only that, she looks like she could be a bandit chief.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
She looks badass.
She is.
I think Swamp's into it.
I'm also into it.
And so
Swamp's next situationship.
Yeah. You guys head up, and she's sort of drinking this sort of glittery purple drink.
Say, hey, what's up? What's you got there? It looks great.
Dragon spittle.
Oh.
She downs it, turns over the cup, and puts it down. She spins her finger, and the bartender walks over and puts another one in front of her. Apparently, he already had it ready.
Oh.
Do
So
we
you got a
recognize
tab
the
open.
bartender? Sorry.
You do not recognize the bartender. It's just Joe Schmo.
Hey, it's Joe.
Oh.
Hey guys, look, it's Joe.
I stopped Joe and I'm like, hey, I'll take one.
And he gets out a dragon spittle. Apparently he had it ready, but now that he put 2 on the counter, he has to pour another one to get that ready too.
Okay. Can I flip him like a silver coin?
Sure, flip him a silver. He grabs it. He's like, "Thanks, I guess." And puts it in his pocket, and he goes and tends to other people across the bar. So what do you want? There we go.
Oh, there you go. Nothing. Just just kind of getting to know the place a little bit. We just got into town not too long ago, and I don't know if you Swamp's gonna flex his status. I don't know if you recognize this, but we're kind of popular here.
Thwomp, Gimbal, Johan, Poi Poi.
Oh, so you've heard of us. What's
Who
your name?
hasn't? Nettie.
Nettie?
Nettie.
Why does that sound familiar?
It sounds really familiar.
That sound really.
That sound kind of familiar.
Everybody just repeated the same thing.
Established. They were familiar. Let us continue to not know who this is.
Yeah. Thwomp is a little bit. He's getting a little flustered. He doesn't know what to say next.
Well, you seem to know our story. What's yours, Nettie? If you care to share.
I don't.
Fair enough. Well then.
I assume you're here to ask me if I am a spy or something.
No,
Why
not
would you think that?
really. No.
What even-
Because it just makes sense. You're friends with Valentine. They've been touting that the thing that happened with the bomber and all of that up at the hall was because of spies. Presumably they're not going to trust anybody from in town that's been here because we could all be spies, so they're going to send somebody that's not from here to go look out, but still somebody who's trustworthy, and that happens to be Valentine's friends. Am I close?
You make a good point,
You're a
but
little on target. Can't.
it's not really what exactly we're looking for.
Right. Well, I'm not the spy.
I believe
That's
you.
great. Do you have any inklings on, I don't know, if there was a spy or?
I was the one who trained John. I'm a commander too.
Oh, commander of you're a captain of who?
I'm in charge of a platoon.
Oh, okay. I looked to my group and I just kind of like, we're not getting anything off of this person, are we? Should we move on to the next?
Maybe. Can we get another vibe check as we part? It's a closer vibe check.
I'm going to say that all of the information is already here.
How though?
It is up to you guys to make a decision on who you think is the
Well, except they're like,
Yeah.
we know that they're like sleeper agents, so talking to them would not necessarily give us information.
Yes.
That's a good point.
This is true.
Well, let's not forget we're looking. I'm not saying this in character, but just don't forget, guys. We're looking for people who have encountered Einar Grimm. That's our target, not spies,
Yeah.
not sleeper agents per se.
Well, they sent you to 2 people that have encountered Einar Grimm because that was just a good start. Because if Einar Grimm is the source of all of this, then presumably people that encountered Einar Grimm are going to be the most exposed and the people that know the most about it. That may not.
Okay.
That may. Yeah.
I can work with that. Before we leave, I'm like, well, we respect your time. We'll leave you be. But just a nice question: have you ever, you and your comrades, ever come across Einar Grimm in any capacity?
We've fought a lot of his things before. But last I heard, the forces up north are doing a pretty good job of holding him back.
Okay.
It's good to hear.
And when you guys fought him, was there a lot of blood? You know, did it get in on you?
If you're chopping people to pieces, then yes, you're going to get blood on you.
Do you like taking showers?
Are you asking to take a shower with me?
That's interesting. Okay, number one, Thwomp's question was weird, but number two, your assumption of what he meant by it is also weird.
Well, Thwomp in response, in one gulp, knocks back his dragon spittle and puts it down on the table just like she did. I'm like, why are you offering?
We're all just like watching this happen.
Thwomp and his bumbling Riz.
My bumblebee Riz, baby. Oh, he's rolling! He's rolling!
Roll persuasion. Roll persuasion for me.
Oh, my persuasion. Okay, persuasion. Persuasion. I don't have persuasion. Okay.
You got this. You got this.
Oh, which dice do I pick? This one's been doing me good. Let's do this one. I got a 15.
Okay.
She downs her drink again and waves the bartender over. Bartender brings her another. Now she's got like 4 or 5 stacked up there. Figure out what's actually going on, and then we'll talk. Because I can guarantee John wasn't a spy.
All right.
Sure.
May I ask where John is currently? Just so
John's the one that.
John's gone.
John's gone? Oh, okay, never mind. Redact that. It's redacted.
He's the one that I originally.
She just looks at you like, I'm starting to reconsider.
It's been lovely talking to you.
Yeah, it's canonical that Thwomp can never close the deal. Just like Evan in real life.
I feel that's so hard. I've never even started a deal.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll be in touch. Hey, and then I walk away.
Okay.
That was smooth. That was smooth, Thwomp. I pat him on the back.
Okay.
Thanks, Gimple. Thwomp's like
You'll get him.
I need another drink.
Is the Kinman in the corner still like not looking well? Is like
the
rubbing his
Kinman?
temple?
Yeah, the Kinman in the corner looks kind of sick.
Okay.
They're probably the most sus.
Yeah.
Objectively.
I'm gonna. He's just in a corner. Is there a table in front of him?
Yeah, he's sitting at a corner booth, sort of by himself.
I'm just gonna. Can I ask for like a glass of water, like ice water, or something?
Yeah. The Joe Schmo at the bar hands it to you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
and I'm
Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
I'm gonna pat the table in front of Joe, by the way.
What?
I'm gonna walk up to.
You're sitting at the bar?
No, I'm not sitting at the bar. I'm saying, hey, I need another drink, Joe. What do you know?
Joe Schmo hands you a dragon's petal.
Thank you.
Do you have any expired spittle in the bag?
Oh, good question.
No, we don't really keep that.
No? It's weird that people don't hang on to expired dragon spittle. It seems so useful.
I know, it's so useful. Do you have...
You're very quiet, May.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the other side of the room and I wasn't talking very loud.
That would do that. That would do that.
That would do that, yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to the Kinman and just sort of not quite sit down, but like sort of hover by his level I'll just try and get his attention.
He sort of looks over to you and he's like, Johann? Am I dying?
Oh.
Wait, wait, do I recognize him or oh, he recognized me because we're famous.
He recognizes you because you're
I
famous.
just say,
Oh, I forgot.
No, you're not dying, but I came in and I noticed you're not looking too well. Have you had any water with what you're drinking? And I slide him the water.
I am drinking water.
Okay, that's good then. Are you okay? What's going on? You get hit in the head? Feel sick?
Yeah, I've just... Everything going on, it's...
Stressful, yes.
Yeah. I've got a killer migraine right now.
When did that
Drinking
start?
water. And I'll sort of sit down. What's causing your migraine?
Just stress. Whenever I get stressed out, I get migraine-y.
Is this something you've always had?
Started... I've sort of always had migraines, but they've definitely gotten worse with the war and everything going on.
Right.
And John was one of my squad mates. It's just... How could I not know?
You guys are pretty close, huh?
It's part of your squad then. Tell us, what have you been through together? Have you fought up north, perhaps?
Yeah, we were on the front lines. Actually, Captain Nettie's our commanding officer.
Right, yes. We've just spent some time speaking with her.
I just don't get it. How could any of us be, you know, a spy? How could I not know?
Can Thwomp offer him his dragon spittle because he feels bad for this dude?
You absolutely can. And he sort of reaches over, sniffs it. Thanks.
I stare deep into his eyes.
He takes a sip and immediately sort of drops the thing, and he's just like
You're a lightweight?
Oh, he's sick.
I just don't understand. Ugh. I was just with him too.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about him? What was he like?
What was your relationship like?
Well, you know, me and John, we were, you know, we got along. You know, we weren't too close. We weren't too far apart. He was really, really smart. And all of a sudden, he just became... I don't know. We got back, and then a few weeks, or like a couple weeks afterwards, he just got really interested in, like, maps and all of that. And then we just... I don't know. He just turned into a different person, you know? He stopped acting like himself.
When was the last time you saw him?
This morning. We were on patrol together.
Anyone else from your platoon come back seeming strange? Changed? Acting different?
Well... Yeah... There's a... Oh my gosh, what is this guy's name? This guy's name is... Yeah, Aster's been a bit weird, but, you know, he's always a bit weird.
Who's Aster?
Weird how?
Just traumatized, I guess. He's the one standing right there. And he points to the, elf standing in
The third, of course, the person we haven't talked to yet.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of just give him a light pat on the back. I'm like, well, we've all loved and lost, and I hope you're managed to get over it. I don't know.
Thanks.
Well, we'll leave you to it.
Yeah. And good luck with your headache. Stay hydrated.
Thanks.
Yes. Yeah, drink more water. Don't drink what I gave you. Apparently doesn't agree with you. As we're passing by the bar, Thwomp asks for another drink.
And the guy gives you another drink. He's like,
You're awesome, Joe. Thank you.
He's like, a couple more and I'm gonna have to cut you off. I'm sorry.
I didn't even get to drink that one, and I gave you a silver.
Fair. Want a two-hand?
I take them both.
hands you. Now you've got spittles in both hands.
Yes. I lean down to Poi Poi. I'm like, you got it open, like a free flask, a clean flask.
No, I don't. Well, I mean, maybe. Let's see. I have.
Why do I have a jar full of bread?
Why do you have a jar
What's the
full of
con-
bread?
What's the context?
I don't even remember.
We'll never know.
You'll never know, but it's old. It's stale now. It's probably moldy. Actually, it's probably moldy.
It might have been refreshed
You know what?
from.
I think I picked up some moldy bread at one point, and then when we did the whole time shenanigans, it unmolded itself.
Oh,
Right. Yeah, but now it's moldy.
Yeah, I
again.
it's
remember
probably
it, but now
re-moldy. Yeah.
Probably remolded.
That bread has been through some shit. I'll tell you.
Traumatized
That's such a
bread.
confused loaf of bread.
Yeah.
I have beer bottles. If you drank the beer bottle, you can put spittle in
Give it here. I down the beer, and then I take one of the glasses of spittle and I pour it in there. I'm like, here, hold on to this until it expires.
Oh, thank you.
Ay, caramba.
You know,
How many-
dragon spittle was purple.
How many drinks is that for you?
That's only 2.
2 drinks. Okay.
We should really not encourage Thwomp's alcoholism.
Yeah, let me know
That's
once you
fine.
get to 4 drinks.
I slowly turn to
Actually,
Gimbal. I'm
How
like,
many ounces is a beer bottle?
16?
16 ounces.
Yeah, 16 ounces.
We gotta find. Thwomp can handle his shit, but we should find an invisible line for him.
Yeah. Let's go with 6 drinks.
Ooh, that's generous. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is generous.
It's like Thwomp is thanking like the ethereal god of this world. Like, thank you for my sturdy liver.
6 drinks and you're drunk.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
3
in that case,
3
I
and you
down
got
the
a
other
buzz on.
spittle.
6 drinks, that would be out.
I'd be out after 1. What the hell y'all talking about?
Yeah, it's an ounce and a half for me. I think I got blackout drunk after 6 ounces. 6 ounces
Wow.
of vodka.
That's a lot of vodka.
I don't remember being on the floor, but I woke up on the floor. Anyways.
Ooh, my.
Can't remember the last time I was drunk.
Well said. Neither can Thwomp.
Anyway,
When
So
he is.
we approach this man at the bar.
you approach.
You approach Aster or you approach Nettie. Aster is
Oh,
the one
no.
standing in a group of people, sort of incorrect. sort of talking to people. Nettie is the captain at the bar, and then you didn't get the guy who's sitting down's name.
I'm so sorry. What I meant by man, I meant the elf, the dark elf. He's the one we haven't talked to yet, right?
Yes. Regular elf is the one there. Nettie is the Scove, dark elf looking person. So regular elf, you walk up and they're in sort of a group of people, and it seems that they're sort of joking and joshing with him. Sort of like, dude. So you had spies in your group, and you had no idea. And then he's just like, yeah, dude, I guess, I don't know, I didn't really know him. You know.
Gimbal should talk to this person.
I should?
I talked to the first one. Johan talked to the second one. It's either Poi Poi or Gimbal.
He just said he doesn't really know him. What information are we gonna get?
You're trying to discern who in here is a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not necessarily trying to get information out of them other than what their true identity is.
I probably should have asked this while we were talking to him, but when we were talking to the guy who had a migraine, I probably would have tried to get a good look at his eyes.
I think Poi Poi did that when he was talking about the drink.
I stared deep into his eyes. But
Did Poi Poi
did
stand?
you?
Came of it.
Did you stare? I did not hear
Yeah.
that. I did not hear that.
Yeah.
His,
Rewind it. I have a staring contest.
rewind.
Recall.
His
Sorry.
his eyes
Recall
are
spell.
his eyes are sort of glossy. Yeah, roll me recall.
I have to roll recall now? It was a minute ago.
We could literally go back
roll
and look
recall
at his
or roll
eyeballs.
perception. Roll one of those two.
Okay.
We'll say the rest of the party has sort of stepped away and you lingered there
That's
staring deeply into this guy's eyes.
12. I can spend a pity point with 13 be it.
Why don't you just gain a pity point and then I would tell you the information that I would give you with a 12, just using it as that range.
Okay. Sure.
You see that his eyes are sort of glossed over. He's got a migraine, so he's squinting a little bit, but you can just make out maybe there's a little bit of purple in there, but he's sitting in a dark corner. It's... There's not much that you can tell, but you can tell that his eyes are sort of glossed over.
He's probably the obvious choice, so that might not be him. Narratively speaking.
Or it is him.
Well,
The double subversion.
we'll keep that in our back pocket. Let's see how Aster's doing.
Is the person that we're gonna talk to Aster, or is it another person? Are these
It's
separate
the
people?
person we're
Aster.
going to talk
There are only 3 people. There is Nettie, the person you didn't get the name of, who's sitting in the corner, and Aster.
Yes. Okay.
Nettie the
And whoever
Scove.
Aster's talking to, but the notable people are suspect.
Yes. You guys have already pegged the 3.
Interesting. He was part of the same party as John.
Yes.
But he doesn't really know him, which makes me think that maybe he's not worked with him as long, maybe, perhaps?
Well, I'm still a little suspicious of all of them since they've all pretty much had contact in a battle at the very least.
That's
Yes.
true.
They could just be all 3 of them.
Could be. Well, he just said, "Oh yeah, well, I barely knew him." Well, Plump walks up. He's like, "Neither did I." And I kind of snapped his back a little bit.
And then
What a way to bond.
all of the other other 4 or 5 people in the group, they're just like, "Yo, it's Thwomp!" And
Not just Thwomp, it's all of us.
One of them just like, "Hey, yo,
dance.
yo!" And they like sort of like go around you. Aster ends up outside of the group, and now they're all talking to you. Hey, yo, dude, can we buy you guys? Can we buy you guys? Can we
A drink?
buy you guys?
Yes,
yeah,
you
can. We buy you
can.
guys drinks? Oh yeah. Hey, yo, Joe. His name is just Joe now. Hey, Joe. Dragon Spittle.
Brian Ale.
And Brian Ale.
I start giving out liberal fist bumps.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And you see Aster, or actually, everybody roll perception for me. Since you guys are sort of distracted by this group now.
Can I roll insight maybe instead?
16.
This one has to be a
My
perception.
-1.
Okay. I rolled an 18.
18, 16.
I rolled
okay.
a 10.
You rolled a 10, so you get a pity point. Poi, what did you roll?
10.
A 10.
We have 5
okay.
pity points.
So, Johan and
That's 5
Thwomp,
pity
you guys, after this group sort of like encapsulates you, you guys still trying to keep an eye on Aster, see that he sort of solemnly like walks around and steps outside after having been excluded from the group.
Ooh.
Damn, his friends suck.
But does the evil in the room disappear with him?
Ooh, good question.
It does
I rolled
not.
25.
It does not.
Roll. Yeah. I was gonna say it does not, but I just had you guys roll perception. I'm not gonna make you guys do it again. It does not get lower, or it does not go away completely, but it gets lower.
Which might go around with our
It
theory
might be
that
all 3 of
them.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did just step outside.
Okay, well, we take note of that. Are we going to entertain these fools any longer?
No, let's just give them like a.
I like how you guys are talking about it, like trying to strategize in front of these people. So I'm just like, are we gonna talk to these fools any longer?
Maybe we split up.
Bro.
I don't think we need to talk to them.
No, we don't.
No offense.
Let's give them autographs and go.
Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah.
Well, hey, listen, thanks for the drinks, guys.
Can I sign someone's back? Sorry.
We'll do a few signings, but we got to get moving.
Yeah, no, dude, totally. Hey, yo, we're always in here though, so come on in if you wanna share a beer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Glad to see that you guys are in town though.
Thank you. I knocked back my dragon spittle, and that's 4.
Okay, you
The
now
warm
have a
welcome
buzz.
is always nice.
You now have a buzz. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, these guys, they're dude bros. You get it.
Yeah, I know that.
Not our vibe.
Yeah. And what are you guys up to now? Are you guys following Aster?
I think we would.
Yeah,
go
I
outside
point.
and follow us.
Johan and I obviously point that out to the rest.
Check on us.
To the rest of the
Yeah.
party. Yeah, that he
Here's the
left.
question: what the hell are we doing with them if they are?
We'll probably just report back to Korath, honestly.
Just like confirm, and do we ask them to come with us?
I don't know. I
Well,
almost
Korath-
want to say no.
Korath
Because
told
it's
us to bring. Didn't Korath tell us to bring them, like capture them and bring them?
I feel like that's a little dramatic in front of a.
We could probably, if they're not converted yet,
If we can
could
do it
probably
without
just,
causing a scene, probably a good idea. If we
We
can
might
get them
be
to
able to
come
just
willingly,
ask.
then that's.
We might be able to just ask them to come with us back to the central headquarters,
Mm-hmm.
where we can hold them there for a bit.
I don't think Nettie's gonna put up with that.
But if we say it's a command from higher up,
Like I
he
am.
basically has to.
Yeah.
let's do that. Let's tell them all it's a command from Aya to wait in the main headquarters.
Yeah.
Until further notice.
It's like, we'll tell them they're not under suspicion, that they just want to ask more questions.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll do
More
that.
questions about John, maybe.
Let's just split up and get all of them.
Okay.
I'll go outside before he gets too far.
Thank you.
Okay. Poi, I'll get with you in a moment. Everybody else, what are you doing? You're going up to the guy that you didn't get the name of and Nettie?
I guess I'll go up to Nettie.
Okay. Thwomp goes up to Nettie. How are you going to deliver this?
I'm like, hey Nettie. Nice to see you again. You know, I happen to know that there's a shower at the headquarters.
No.
You still interested? No? Oh well, you know, that's too bad because you know, I hate to say this, but after talking to you and a few other party members, we want to ask you a few extra questions over at headquarters regardless, so you have to come along.
Roll persuasion for me.
Persuasion. Ah, fuck.
Can Gimble give him his +4 persuasion by being a wingman?
Unless you want to run up and interrupt the conversation, I'm going to go with no.
I kind of look at Gimbal. I'm like, I did. Oh.
The emotional support Gimble.
Could Thwomp get an advantage since they already had a little bit of a rapport going?
No. Gimbal, do you want to come in and say something instead? If Gimbal interjects with something else, then Gimbal can make the roll. Otherwise, it's a Thwomp roll.
Go up to Thwomp, and I put my arm around his shoulders, like, yeah, we kind of, we actually got orders from Aya. We actually need to talk to you at headquarters. He was being dead serious.
It's the truth.
I'm confused about the arm around.
No, not. Gimbal puts his arm away. Not flirtation.
I'm like, clearly Gimbal has had a little too, you know, he gets a little handsy after a couple drinks. It's not his fault.
Right.
It was supposed to be a bro thing.
It's a bro thing. We're bros. Clearly.
Damn it.
What's roll persuasion for me?
Who, both of us?
Just Gimbal now.
Oh.
Gimbal! Do you have persuasion?
I have +4 persuasion.
Thank you. Because I know persuasion.
Oh, that I didn't roll well. I have a 9, but I have 5 pity points.
Okay. Give me a 13.
Fine.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
It's okay.
And then she's just like, all right, fine. But I don't want to be with this one alone. And she downs another dragon spittle and waves to the bartender. Bartender nods. And then she gets up and steps out the door. And I'm guessing
in a
back.
petty motion, I like flick the cup that she just put down, and because I'm cool and strong, it kind of flies across the room.
It just like rolls and then tumbles, and the bartender just looks at you like, bro.
I flip on another silver coin.
It's like
wordlessly.
Okay. Rolling back the clock, I'm guessing that Johan went to go get the guy in the corner.
Yeah. I'd probably say something along the lines of like, listen, I know you say this isn't normal, but I'm really worried about that headache of yours. Would you mind coming with me and we see if we can find someone with some help with that? Some medicine or something?
Yeah.
I'm friends with Korith. If I think an apothecary alchemy might be of
of aid to you.
Honestly, I'd appreciate that.
By all means.
And so, this guy stands up. He's sort of wobbly, but he's like, okay, I'm good. I'm good.
Lean on me if you need to. You can use the antlers as a handle.
He's sort of, he doesn't use your antlers, but he puts his arm around you, and at this point, Nettie is walking out, and the other two come up to meet you.
Okay. Well then,
Fact, we waited
And suspect
so long.
number 3. Or
yeah, I assume we're heading to the door. Do you want to see what Poi Poi's up to?
The fact we waited so long and so vague for this makes me feel like boy shit again. As per usual.
What kind of chicanery is Poi Poi getting into this time?
Okay.
How many windows am I breaking through?
I'm
this?
just going to describe it. I didn't get it. I was going to message Poi Poi, but I didn't get a chance to DM what was happening ahead of time.
oh God!
So you guys step out and no crowd. You guys step out, and the first thing you see is that Aster has sort of like he looks sick. You see Nabi is stood in front of him, sort of like cautious, with his slingshot plus a stone in hand. Poi Poi, what are you doing?
Oof. I'm gonna try and fuck, I gave Nabi my sending stone.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna try and I'll make my presence known just because I don't want any attention on Nabi. So I'll like circle around like, hey, so I didn't get a lot of words in there. Are you, I'd come out to check on you. Doing all right there, buddy?
Are you getting between him and Nabi?
Yes, I am, and my mask is on.
Okay. So as you step between this guy and Nabi, as he's sort of lumbering forward, you see he's sort of almost like collapses in on himself without falling to the floor. He just sort of bends forward and holds his stomach, and he's just like, ugh. This guy looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Mm.
That's no good.
And yeah.
Okay. Hey, man. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up, eyes on me. Stay with me.
And as you're saying eyes on me, stay with me, Nettie steps out of the building. What's going on? And then followed very shortly after by Guy over Johan, as well as the other two. As you guys see, Aster looking very, very sick, his skin turning this pale gray. Poi Poi standing, I assume like sort of arm like this, sort of arm outstretched, like, hold on, buddy.
One arm is out, the other is at my hip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, buddy.
I'm gonna lose their skull in a second.
And Nabi is behind Poi Poi, sort of readying his slingshot, just in time for Aster to look up, eyes purple, and everything, or the veins on his face quickly popping as he has now turned, and he, first off, lunges towards Poi Poi.
Cool.
And we're starting the next session with a combat.
Amazing point in time to freeze.
Oh,
No.
did the internet go off? What did you guys
It went
miss?
out for,
You're back now.
yeah, you're back.
Ay, caramba. Okay, well, Aster has now transformed into a zombie and is lunging at Poi Poi. Presumably in an attempt to get at Nabi, because that was who he was targeting before Poi Poi got between him. But we're going to start that off in the next episode. So we will see you next time. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Bit of a roleplay heavy one, bit of a longer session than perhaps intended to be. Everybody's a little bit tired, but hopefully
Gotta happen sometimes.
Gotta happen sometimes. Hopefully not too boring. A lot of exposition this time. A lot of exposition as a new arc sort of starts and sort of forms. So thank you everybody so much for watching. My name has been Nate. I've been joined by the wonderful Alice, the amazing Brady, the ever wonderful Evan. There we go. And the boisterous Mavia.
Meow.
You know, I was trying to come up with words that would rhyme with each of you guys' names, but I realized that I completely failed because I forgot about that after saying Alice. Anyways, thank you everybody so much for watching. My name has been Nate. It is no longer Nate. We'll see you next time on BoardFellows, and more presently, the new heroes of Altiria.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye, everybody!
Yeah.